Hello. Good morning. Do we see and do we hear? Seer? See here. I tested everything before we went live. Yes. I was going to say, I made sure that the mixer was cooperating before we went live. Sometimes it breaks intermittently before we screen transition. Hey, thanks for the cheer. Also, wait just a minute. I need to shout out a whole bunch of folks. Dapper, Gemini, Non-Crab Giver, and Lucy for resubscribing. Thank you so much. And Gemini for that cheer. I really appreciate it. Jason, I have not gotten a chance to look at that yet. I'm very sorry. I have been very busy. Did you post it in the Discord? Post it if you did, post it again and tag me in it so I can see it. Because I was so busy at work this week, I was not able to play any Monster Hunter for the second week in a row. I think this is criminal. When do the riots begin? This is outrageous. Oh, yeah, don't DM it to me. Actually, like put it in the server. That will like guarantee that I see it for sure. Truly evil. Exceptionally evil. Also, Vixen, thank you for subscribing. How are you? A whole weekend? Probably not the whole weekend. I do have some plot progress that I'd like to make in Silksong tomorrow. I think we should finish Act 2. Yeah. BioWater gave me the bad treatment in the worst way. So I think I'm ready to move on. I think I'm ready to get strong, get swole, get jacked, start lifting, eating big and lifting heavy. And then we can go back to BioWater when we are like the fittest specimen of insect you've ever seen. Dog water, thumbs down. I feel like, well, Wud helmet. I don't know. I don't know if I got the Wud helmet. I feel like I got the Wud helmet, but I only ever wear the Wyverian ears, so I don't pay a lot of attention to headpieces. But someone on YouTube said there is a new event quest out this week, which I had no like previous knowledge of whatsoever. Can't spoil myself. No worries, Pastel. You'll enjoy it when you get to it. It's an extremely worthy inheritor of Hollow Knight's legacy, I believe. So it's cat themed. It's a cat themed event quest. Okay. So I need it. I need it. So this is, oh, did I forget to announce we were live on Discord? Damn it. I should find a way to just like automate that. Like set up a macro or something. So it's like when OBS stream starts, message in Discord sent. But to me that feels so impersonal. I've never wanted to do it, but I'm always late. Live now. Forgot to announce. Come on. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I hope everyone has had a good week. I've had a weird week. It's been a weird feeling week. Not sure whether it's just like the weather because it's been so dry or what. I feel like there was something really important I was going to announce. But I forget. Oh, this is the thing I was going to announce. So, Capcom released a massive performance-related patch for Wilds last week, I believe. I have not had a chance to play the game, so I have not had any personal experience with this, although I did not really have any performance issues prior to the patch dropping. However, to go ahead and stress my system to its maximum capacity, I did go ahead and install the high-definition texture pack, and I'm gonna be live with that for like 30 minutes, I think, just to see how that feels. Running around just on my own, I didn't notice any issues, and the texture pack for me did cause some stuttering transitioning from like game to cutscene when we were initially playing the game. I didn't notice that now, but if we get into the game and you guys are like, hey, it's like a little stuttery, let me know and I'll take the texture pack off. I don't actually anticipate that we'll have that problem, but it's not the type of thing I was able to test until we were live, because I can't, like, you know, the multi-stream and the local recording and the game, I can't, some things I'm able to test without needing to be live, and other things can only be tested when we're under that kind of stress load. I'm optimistic, however. I have high hopes. So, actually positive reviews on stream. It's amazing. I didn't have performance issues, and I still noticed a difference. A lot of positive reviews out. That's awesome. That actually makes me really happy. And I know that a lot of the question I always want to ask is like, what took so long? I don't know, because it's like I'm sure that the developers and engineers are very capable, and they want you to play their game. Like they weren't delaying it on purpose. So I don't know. I don't know anything about software or programming or the way that like zeros and ones make shape and color and how that interacts with all of the different weird things in everyone's own individual computer. Like every time Discord updates for me, the shortcut breaks, which drives me insane. Then I have to delete it and I have to make a new one, and it makes me want to die. So I don't know. I don't know how computers work. But I'm excited to get into the game and like actually get a sense for like what they might have changed. So yes, Ikro there, and that was one of like the notes that they released when they were discussing it. They did I don't know if like optimize is the right word, but I know they released improvements for the high res texture pack, and like the issue for me especially it was like a loading transition struggle that the game was having because for whatever reason, like I had to run the gameplay at a certain graphics level, but I wanted all of my cutscenes to be maxed. And with the texture pack installed specifically, moving from game to like the first like 2 seconds of a cutscene, it was like really jittery until the game like readjusted to my cutscene settings, and then when the cutscene ended and it like reverted back to game stuff. I don't anticipate that will be an issue. If it is, there will be a very easy way to test this by crafting something with Gemma, because that's a cutscene, baby. So yeah, Darius, I would love if you could. Game good, game fun. Joining the SNS Nation, I am. So I really wanted to play SNS last week, and that is the weapon that I thought would win our poll. And then Hammer was like a very sneaky, like alternate contender, and that took the prize, which I actually loved. So thank you so much to everyone who encouraged me to revisit Hammer now that I have more familiarity and comfort with the game's mechanics under my belt, because that weapon is fantastic and I really, really like it. That's one that I'd like to get more practice in. I was regrettably too busy to do any like community hunts or anything this week. But oh, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Part of it was they wanted to make sure the update would absolutely... Yes! That also, Lodestar, I can only imagine that it went through like an an unestimatable number of QA verifications, like just to make sure, because you are so right. Like if they were like, hey, this should make things better, and it didn't, that would be goodwill that would be hard to rake back. So from the sound of it, from what I'm hearing from different people in the community, it sounds like this has been like a really positive change. This sounds like this has been like a really good update that has made the game easier to play and better to play for a lot of different folks. And that makes me really happy to hear, because I like this game. I want other people to like this game. And the game running well goes a long way towards people liking it. So that's it. Yeah, I'm really pleased to hear that. But what I think we're gonna do for today, I'm gonna do. Let me warm up with a GOG, right? Like let me roll the dice on the war-torn dragon gems and see if I get one, and I'll do that on dual blades just for the speed and efficiency of the hunt. And then what we're gonna do is SNS stuff. I'm really interested in comparing how SNS feels to how Greatsword felt. And I was surprised by how nimble and agile Hammer was as a weapon class. I assume you're carrying something really big and heavy. You are probably moving pretty slow. But I could like run, and I could charge and run, and I was doing all kinds of stuff with that weapon, which was really nice. And I know that SNS... Oh, Tendril, thank you so much for subscribing! How have you been? I know that SNS, I think, could be a good middle ground for me between a weapon that is as fast as dual blades and a weapon that gives me the ability to offset and guard. Because SNS can't offset. It can power clash. Because when I was practicing with Switch Axe and when I was practicing with Greatsword, it became really obvious to me that there was a core feature that those weapons can use that I did not have the expertise to capitalize on, and that is actually the offset. So until I can pay more attention to like individual monsters and build that awareness of like timing, because my response time is good, it's my prediction that's not. So that's a weakness that I would like to try to elevate meaningfully, knowingly. Sorry, I haven't had my Kenny caffeine this morning, so I'm still kind of like waking up. But so I'm wondering if SNS will feel sort of like a more approachable middle ground where I have the ability to guard, which is again is time based, and I can be up front, I can be dealing a lot of damage, I can move pretty quickly, and then as I get more used to learning individual monster tells for predicting in advance what their behavior is going to be, then I might be able to revisit things with offsets. And Hammer has an offset as well, which feels like free real estate. It feels like I don't even have to think about it, and I'm just like, whoop, I'm golfing, and which is incredible. But I'd love if it was something that I could do intentionally. So I'm kind of hoping SNS might scratch that itch a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, Luis, that's the thing. And I had to issue a retraction to my friends who played Hammer. It's, how do I want to say it? What's like the language I want to use? I'm used to in games there being a lot of different weapons available, right? Kind of any game, you'll probably be able to choose between like several different classes of weapon, and some of them are just like not so great, and others are like really obviously better. And it has been really interesting to kind of deconstruct that in a way as I have sort of immersed myself in Monster Hunter's combat system, because every weapon feels viable and every weapon has its own unique individual strengths that you can tailor further to yourself based on your preferred playstyle, which has been a lot to take in. Like, I remember when I first tried Hammer, I think right after Lollabarina or something. Like, I'm still like barely able to like move the camera around, and I'm like, I was stupid. I was stupid, and I was new, and I was ignorant. And to me, I was like, this weapon doesn't feel very remarkable. So it was very, very fun and satisfying to pick it up and go, no, weapon cool, actually. Weapon fun, weapon hard, weapon hits hard. Weapon's a lot of fun to play. And I had the same sort of neutral reaction to SNS when we first experimented with it, you know, when we were like sub 10 hours into the game, where I was like, this is fine, I guess, but it felt unremarkable. And I would like very much to give it another chance, because I think it will surprise me. And furthermore, I have been really inspired by the number of SNS players that I've seen in my hunt parties for Gugmazios, for Omega. Like, I see you guys doing stuff, throwing out heals. I see you just kind of like, I just see you. I see you, and you look effective, and you look cool. And it makes me wonder if I could be effective and cool on that weapon. So there's a reason why a lot of veteran hunters try to let new players find one they gel with and suggest learning others. And that was hard for me as a new player, because I don't think I understood fully how the longevity of the game. I really do not think that I did, because I've never played a game like this before. Like, the only sort of like grindy game, it's an MMO, and this is not an MMO, so it's not the same. But I think in my head I was like, oh, I should try everything now to figure out what I like, and then I can play that until the game is done.
I won!
Yeah, done. Like, Monster Hunter is ever finished. Like, there's ever a finish line that you cross. And because I was like, so I would, I had no idea. I had no idea of no way of knowing this. No idea. Sorry. Again, I told you, I'm fucking, I'm still sleepy. I've been up for a while, but I'm still sleepy. Also, thank you for the follow, Anivar. Thank you for subscribing. I had no way of knowing this either, but in trying, in like superficially trying a lot of the weapons really, really early on in the game when I was still bad at it, kind of set them up to disappoint me, because I didn't understand skills, and I didn't understand armor sets, and I didn't understand like the way that stats worked in this game, because coming from Soulsborne, those don't really matter. Like, you're gonna die anyway. So I would like
Good.
try a weapon I was totally new with, and it was really under leveled, and it was just like, so of course nothing was hitting the same way. And then I eventually, we discovered this after I started learning Lance. I ended up with like a huge issue with resource management where I never had any money, so I couldn't keep up with like different, like individualized sets for different weapons. But now that we're in the end game, the GOG set is really viable if you level that up. Like that can be mixed and matched in really satisfying and more accessible ways than before, which has really sort of opened the door to giving me the ability to comfortably try weapons that I either did not try before because I did not think I would meet the skill ceiling, or weapons that I did try when I was just straight up so new to the game there was no way for me to like honestly appraise them whatsoever. So no, literally, I was like, I had never played a game like this, and it was my first Monster Hunter game. There was a lot going on. Also, Patat and Rune, thank you both for subscribing. I really appreciate that. But I'm keen to give SNS a try, figure out how it feels. And I imagine that we'll need some guidance because I think the weapons that seem deceptively simple may have higher skill ceiling. And I know for SNS specifically, you have like 2 different focus strikes, but one is blunt damage, maybe because you bash with the shield, and then the other is sword stuff, and you like go straight down or something. And I know there are probably, because SNS can like throw out powders and stuff without having to sheathe, there's probably a couple different build options that we could integrate into this weapon. I'm not gonna know what's best. For personally, I feel like I might want to avoid a wide range focus build just because if I'm learning the weapon and then if I also slot myself into something very supportive, I don't know if I'd heal people in time. But also maybe that's like a common way to play the weapon, and if I want to play it, maybe that's something I should learn. I don't know. We've got a lot of different directions we could take this one in. So yeah, dear, it feels like it feels like a buffet. Like SNS has little of this, little of that, little of this. Ooh, want some more? Like you can go back for a second. It feels really exciting. And I remember really, or like early on in Wild's release cycle, they released like the top 3 weapons that were being used in the game at the time. And I think in order 1, 2, 3, it was dual blades, SNS, longsword. And I remember being like, wow, like dual blades I get. I'm playing the dual blades. Like, of course I get it. But I was like, what is it about SNS? Because to me, it's like, you know, pretty visually, it's like not necessarily super, super flexy. And like, I tried the moveset and I was kind of like, like I didn't feel good. How could I feel good? I was bad at the game. So I'm really excited to give this one a second go. And I appreciate everyone being so supportive of me, kind of revisiting some of these earlier weapons that I may have tinkered with. Because I think it's really important that we draw that distinction. Because it's like, did I play this weapon? Let's not be too hasty. You know, the FCC might come after me if I said, yeah, I played SNS. That feels like willful misrepresentation of the time that we spent on SNS. It was equipped. SNS was equipped. Did we play it? Unclear. Can neither confirm nor deny, but it was in my inventory. It was maybe the best we could have asked for. But I'm really excited to try this one. So this is what I'm thinking.
I won.
Oh. Unknown, thank you so much for gifting those subs out. I really appreciate that. I hope you've had a fantastic week. But Jack of all trades. I don't know, Seraphim. It feels like, I don't know. And maybe it's because there are so many options with SNS and so many different ways to mold it to what you like that it feels almost a little intimidating. Like it feels like there are a lot of options, and that's like scary. So it's like, how do I pick? How do I know what's right? SNS was my first weapon when I tried for you. No! Like, you gave it another shot. So my plan for today is, I was stupid. I was 10 years old. But every 10-year-old is stupid, so that's okay. Yeah, we can atone for the sins of our younger selves. But this is what I'm thinking for today. We'll go in. I'll gog on dual blades. That's a weird sentence. I will hunt gog with dual blades because it's a grind and I don't want to put any of my party members through the horror of needing to carry my corpse across the finish line. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into the savage raid without best in slot gear. You know what I mean? So we'll go in, we'll gog. That'll take like 20 minutes maybe. I would like to verify that I completed the crafting for last week's event quest, and I want to look at the new one this week because I didn't know that there was one. And then what we'll do is that if it's not like, ooh, double 9-star tempered gore, if it's like a slightly easier event quest hunt, that we might be able to do with SNS. So we'll gog, we'll look at the event quests, we'll craft the weapon, we'll get a build. And then we'll just go in, and whatever the community needs, I'll be bouncing around practicing SNS. If people have tickets they require, we can do anything. The sky is our limit. So, yo, she gog on my dual blades till I demon mode. That was actually a lot funnier than I expected it to be. Like, I started the sentence and I was like, boo, hiss. Then by the time I finished, I was like, not bad. Yeah, patting myself on the shoulder for that one. So, yeah, Mara, apparently there is a new event quest that was just released a couple days ago. I don't know. I was so busy at work this week, I couldn't log on at all. So, still at boo hiss. Could never get into Gunlancers. I see the vision for Swax. I really do. I am not at a level where I have to grow as a player before I think its playstyle like is really satisfying to me, because right now like I mostly have to just ignore the offset mechanic, and this is any weapon that has an offset mechanic asterisk except for hammer because she's built different, like literally, because I need to work on my predictions. So I see the vision for Swax. I did a little bit of Gunlance because I was so tickled by the corn popper when Title Update 2 dropped. They released a special layered weapon skin for Gunlance specifically that is just like an ear of corn. And I thought that was so funny. I was like, well, we've got to learn Gunlance. Gunlance for us, the better part of one stream was, again, in my inventory. It was equipped. Did we play it well? I don't know. I might revisit that one off stream. I miss regular Lance a lot. I felt really cool and fun and good using that weapon. But also Ivara. So the way that it's gonna work is when I get the game started and when I get us into a lobby, I will post the lobby code on Discord in the sub only zone for Twitch subs and YouTube members. Mods will usually pin it. It'll be in the Monster Hunter thread. Discord does not make it easy to find threads. If I had known that there would be that we would have received the level of warm welcome that we did when we started playing Monster Hunter, I probably would have set it up a different way. So hopefully maybe in the next couple of weeks I can make it a little better, a little more organized, maybe. Burst streamer NA, content creator difficult, hard. Everything's fucked. Bots broken. Discord in shambles. I'm doing my best. So yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take us in. I will get the code posted on Discord. We'll do a GOG, and then that should give us, I think that will probably give us enough time to get a build together before we have to take our first break. But maybe we could be wrong, because again, SNS feels like its evolutionary skill tree can be taken in so many different directions. Learning the tied best. Okay, so if you think that this is best weapon and it's tied for that title, what do you think is the second best weapon, or like the other best weapon, I suppose? So, all right, I'm gonna launch the game. And again, yes, because as a reminder, because we will be. Sorry, hang on. I have to touch buttons before I can remember what I was talking about. Give me a second. You're the only YouTuber I've stayed with throughout their Monster Hunter journey. That makes me really happy to hear. Thank you so much. I know that I continually reflect on this, but I have been so I've been so fortunate that overwhelmingly my experiences with other players
Good.
and other creators and veteran hunters in the monster community have been like the overwhelming majority have been so positive. It has been a really refreshing sort of like fan space experience. And I'm really tremendous. I'm so grateful to everyone who like took me under their wing and like guided me and helped mentor me and helped me learn. And I hope that I in turn maybe 2 or 3 Monster Hunter games down the line that maybe I can take on that role for a new generation, right? For a new hunter coming in for the first time, like I did. That would make me really happy, I think. So, found you on Twitch. You can be on YouTube too. I try not to. It's tough because I'm in violation of Twitch's terms of service if I show another platform's chat on screen. And they were really cagey about that for a while. They were like, you just can't show them combined. So a couple different people were like, oh, okay, so if I put like Twitch here and like YouTube here, is that okay? And Twitch went, no, we don't like that either, actually. And sometimes I feel like that leads YouTube viewers to feel like maybe they're not as highly regarded, but I appreciate and I'm grateful to both platforms, and I hope I try to pay attention to you both equally. So I hope I do a good job. Okay, hang on. I'm watching Monster Hunter. Hold on. Also, I'm expecting a package. So if I get an alert that my package was delivered, I will have to grab it. I have not gotten that alert yet, so we're good. But also, yes, if you notice, like, I don't think we'll have this problem, but I couldn't test it without being live, without the load of the local recording and the gameplay and the multi-streaming. If a game seems a little chunky, I will remove the high-res texture pack, but I think we can run it. I'm pretty sure we can run it. So, okay, well, we're compiling the shaders, but it went really fast. So, yeah, give me a second, and then I will cross-post that lobby code to Discord, and we'll be good to go. Think it might be soon. People are going to see your series and get into Monster Hunter for the first time. They'll ask me, but I'm not qualified to give advice yet. I pay. Oh, speaking of advice, this is information that's extremely pertinent to me. Because we've been talking about a weapon a week until Arch-Tempered Arcveld drops, and last week there were some very effective hunting horn propagandists in chat. Like I was being very effectively proselytized to. And last week, Uno Hunter released an updated guide for hunting horn. And I will be sat down in my chair, multiple rewatches, taking my notes. I feel like horn, charge blade, and insect glaive would be really difficult weapons. Just like sit down and be like, okay, community, teach me. Like I feel like I might actually do some independent study for those. But I've got my glasses on. I've got my backpack. I'm ready. I'm sat down in the lecture hall. I want to learn. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I replaced the batteries in this last week, so hopefully we won't have any problems.
Good.
But if we do, I'll also need to run out for batteries. So also thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. I can't promise that we'll make it to Charge Blade before Arch-Tempered Arcveld drops.
Good.
But I'd like if we could, but I can't make any promises just because
Good.
I'm intimidated by that weapon. That weapon feels like a lot. Also, thank you for the follows, everyone. I really appreciate that. Okay. Give me the hottest of seconds. And thanks for subscribing. Ooh, we've got someone on YouTube wanting to know what weapon they would like if they already like SNS. Now, I don't have the weapon experience to answer that. But in my heart, I want to say Lance. I don't know if that would work, but that's what I want to say in my heart. So, whoa, okay, but we do have someone on Twitch who's also suggesting Lance. Ivara also suggesting Lance. Hammer's really good. Hammer is also really fun. You lose the guard, but the offsets are really reliable, and you still have that mobility, which is cool. Oh my god, do I have game sense? Now everyone else is saying Lance. Oh my god, do I have game sense? Am I learning? And they said it couldn't be done. All right, hold on. I'm going to post the lobby code. Okay. We are good to... I'm going to play this game for a year.
Good.
Okay, the follow alert to like break me out of the major disassociative episode I was about to sink into was really funny and super appreciated. I've been not a year. It'll be a year next month. I don't like that.
Good.
Thanks for the follow. The community. All right. Get this fucking game, everybody. 500 hours. It's I think it's like 400. Yeah, 400-ish. I can't wait to get to hunter level 999. I think I might be like halfway there. I think I'm 441. Oh, I missed 420. That sucks. Well, at least I can look forward to 690. So I'll take that. Yeah, so I'm like a little less than halfway there. Already forgotten where it's in the Monster Hunter thread in the Play Together channel. SNS and Lance is the best combo. SNS for fast monsters and Lance for slow ones. Interesting. And it's also fun to me to reflect on how to incorporate multiple weapons into your playstyle, because when I first realized that you could equip another weapon, a secondary weapon, and switch to it from your sacred, in my head I was like, oh, okay, that means I meant to have like a primary and a secondary, so of like different classes. I thought they would be like separated in that way, because I didn't fucking understand what elements were, or I guess status, stuff like that. But I wonder if you could, yeah, maybe for something like, because most of the time now it's like it's the same weapon. I just run like Dragon and Fire, or you know, I capitalize on the weaknesses in that way. But I could go into GOG like first phase, not right now. This is purely hypothetical. Like with dual blades, and then for third phase, swap to something that can guard for the Nova. That could be fun. I love your Final Fantasy 14 playthrough. It tickles my brain. You go crazy over Emmett. That was also last year. Yeah, so if you want to even more like horrible psychic damage, I finished Shadowbringers last year. And I still haven't started Endwalker, so I need to... Memo to me, I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 later. I have hunts that I need to do. I legitimately almost just said I have nut sacks I need to collect, but I swear to God, I think that's what they're called. When you run hunt trains in the Crystarium, I think you get sacks of nuts. Well, I need a bunch of those for glamour purposes. So, okay. What was I doing? Yes, let me switch to dual blades, and I will bust out a GOG. Busing will make me feel good. I did not play I did not play 7 Rebirth. I wanted to. I never played the original 7 either. The only Final Fantasy game I've ever played has been 14, which is the MMO. I think I might have tried a little bit of Rebirth, but I know we didn't finish the game. I bounced off it pretty early on. And I don't really remember why. I didn't have any issues with the game. I was engrossed in it and I enjoyed it. I wonder if something else might have released, that I was just like, oh, okay, new toy immediately. Kind of like what we did with Metal Gear Solid Delta and Silk Song. Like we just dropped everything as soon as they came out. I don't remember. Okay, yep. Here's Shockproof, Fire first, Dragon next. Cool, cool. I know, my friends have been asking, they're like, when are we getting into Endwalker? And for a long time, I think part of the reason I dragged my feet on it for so long was because I wondered whether or not I was going to stream Endwalker or not. Because we streamed Shadowbringers, and I really liked that. But I think maybe the decision that I've settled on is that I think I maybe want a game I play for myself. That I don't necessarily share with an audience. I don't know. It's a hard call for me to make because so much of the gaming that I do is public. It might be nice to have something smaller and more contained, but I also know that there's a lot of people that really want to see me play it. So it's the scales. The scales are not balanced. Okay, I'm gonna put a GOG up. And I will need to eat and restock. Do everything. Okay.
Make sure you're
What's got SNS on the agenda? So I've been trying a new weapon every week in the lead up to Arch-Tempered Arkveld. And I thought we were going to do SNS last week, bouncing off of Greatsword. Because I liked the ability to guard, but I was fucking up all of my offsets. And Greatsword was really punishing my mispositions. So I was like, okay, well, what will give me the ability to guard, but also just like be a little faster in general, maybe a little bit more forgiving. And SNS to me seemed like the answer to that. And that gives me the ability to block, and that gives me the ability to, what was I saying? To block and to power clash, which is really cool. So we're scratching a lot of neuron itches. We're just doing it a little more quickly.
I heard from the others.
That's, oh, and let me check to see if I've got the Wudwud head.
Come on over.
I feel like I got this one. Let me see. I thought we used to be able to scroll a little bit faster. Maybe I haven't played the game for a week. Forgot what the controls do. Let me see. Yes, okay. So I've got the Wudwuds, which is great. I will never sacrifice my Wyverian ears to... I might sacrifice... Yeah, no, this is really cute, actually. Is he sparkly? That Wudwud is sparkly. All right, Capcom. Well done.
My hammer is yours anytime.
Okay, let me eat and take my drugs, and then we can get in and get ready. Yes, Senju. So we have a playlist for all of the Monster Hunter Wild streams, and I think it's actually just called Monster Hunter Wild streams. There's like gotta be 100 or more videos in there, straight up. But if you just want like the actual like full unedited experience, that's in there for you. And I believe we also have a playlist for the edits as well. Or maybe I decided we didn't need that because basically every video on my channel is Monster Hunter. So maybe I just thought we didn't need to double stack the organization in that way. Also, I wanted to watch this because this is also a cutscene, but I haven't noticed any problems with like stuttering or anything. So I think we might be good. I think we might be good, but let me know if you guys encounter any weird visual issues. I can't... This might be the placebo effect, but I swear, my hunter's face just took up the whole screen, and I thought to myself, wow, we're prettier than we used to be. But that might not be true. Okay, drugs. Drugs. Is there anything else that I need? I don't think so. And fire is already on. Okay, I'm good. And as a reminder, if you do jump into a hunt with me, we sort of like honor system it because there's a lot of different folks who need a lot of different stuff. So try to be mindful. Try not to queue up for... If I'm there, try not to queue up for like multiple back-to-back. We want to leave those spots open so people can cycle in and out. But if you're hunting with yourselves, who is that? Hey, this red outfit fucks. I've also never seen... the Kunafa top styled like that. Okay, I have to lock in. I can't look at how good you guys look really good though. A succulent crustacean meal.
Hang in there, everyone.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Wait, no, that was a sub! Thanks for the sub! Hold on, he wants
Let's
to...
start by softening up that monster's hide. Keep attacking.
Move over here. Oh, yeah, fuck. Carcinization, everything become crab.
I'll assist you with my music.
Oh, nice, he's down? Lodestar, I didn't know that. So this is, so as far as I know, since December, this is now the second performance-related patch they've released, and there's gonna be more. Also, Alex, thanks for subscribing. Everyone say thank you to the video editor for subscribing to our channel. Al Austin, of course, is the reason. I cannot believe I landed that dodge. We do anything on YouTube at all. I hate video editing. I can't stand it. I can't stand looking at myself for that long or listening to my voice for that long. It makes me want to die. So, shout out video editor. Thank you.
Softened up now.
I gotta say, I'm doing better than I thought that I would. I thought for sure I would have done some silly stuff and GOG would have, like, kicked my shit in already, but... I mean, plenty of opportunity for that to happen still. It's such a cool roar. I looked over the microphone like Ogmazios was real and I was scoping him out. Okay, we're gonna need to sharpen pretty soon, but I'm gonna hope that maybe I can wait until... I should have been in demon mode for that and that would have worked. I'm hoping I can wait until second phase. You know what? We're gonna be, yeah, I just finished talking about how I'm grateful he hasn't done anything stupid to me, so we'll heal.
I will assist you with my music!
Okay, I think he might be moving towards the wall. No? Yes! Yeah, he's moving! Okay, we're good.
All units, eyes open! Don't get caught up in it!
The magma's rising.
Sazi, I am HR 441, I think? No, not the blast call! Dang it. Fuck. Oh no, I didn't get a bug. Okay, no, I did. We're good. We're good. Okay. I was about to be like, I hope my sacred has one, so I don't think I've got one in my inventory.
Let's take advantage of this.
Having Kai be like, let's take advantage of it, and I was all just up here like, well, no, Zen is down there by themselves. All right, here we go. I really appreciate whoever is bowling those bombs is being we're both being mindful of each other's positioning. I finally don't just like hurl myself into bombs anymore, which is great. I'm gonna keep nailing on him.
Leave the target to me.
So my stamina management is not great today, but this is a warm-up, so hopefully we'll get better. Also, yeah, I have seen people say that the performance patches they've released have actually been like fantastic. I just saw somebody ask about it. which makes me really happy to hear because I think that's been like arguably the biggest like roadblock to playing the game. The fact that it was running poorly on so many different systems. So I hope that this gets rid of that, and I hope a lot of people can play the game and enjoy it. Because I think it is a very enjoyable game, and I'd like to see more people in it. Heaven's Door, you need 3 levels of earplugs for Gog, Arkveld, and Zoe, right? 2 levels won't cut it. And finally move on from Rise. I've been hearing a lot of Rise praise lately. At least like 3 people I've spoken to have been like, yeah, man, I just finished sinking like another 160 hours into Rise. And I'm like, man, every Monster Hunter game is by the sound of it, just like good and fun. So
That is something.
that's for me. Thanks, bud. Also, Taz, you've also been on a Rise kick lately. Oh, I didn't realize there was another bug over here. Okay, well now I know in the future.
Use your sacred to pursue it. You all better come back alive.
Weird looking SNS. No, it's because this is just like the daily GOG grind. So I'm gonna do this one on Dual Blades and then we'll
This is a
pivot to
good time
SNS
to
for the
gear
event
up
quest, I
again.
think. Oh, Taz, you guys can say, like, I don't want you guys to feel like you can't talk about any of the older games because like, I might see, like, a monster name. As long as you aren't talking about, like, monster names in the same paragraph as, like, a lot of information about that particular monster's biology or status, I think you're fine to name drop. That's okay. Just kind of, like, use your discretion because, especially in a hunt, I can't look at chat a lot anyway. And I don't want to tell you guys you can't have fun, especially as the community gets bigger and is like obviously filled with people who have played the other Monster Hunter games. So yeah, you guys can talk about that. It's fine. But I do appreciate y'all being conscientious in that regard.
How's this?
That's gonna get me, isn't it? Yeah! But I fired it off first! Let's go!
Hitting it with dragon element attacks should reduce its strength.
I'm on fire, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. Not on fire anymore, we're good, okay.
I'm using the compact anti-wyvern gun.
Yep!
Cannot afford to lose you.
I'm pretty sure that particular attack I can dodge through. Dude, can we heal? Come on. There we go.
Thanks, that helped.
But I don't do a very good job of it.
Ready to work a little magic?
Okay, but I'm calling it a warm-up because I'm using a very strong build with a weapon that I'm extremely familiar with. If I were to just like come in here with SNS, I don't even think we'd pass the DPS check. And I don't want to disadvantage my fellow hunters in that way. Oh, nice! Okay, so I can be on the tail.
Got its power in check. Don't worry. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. The new Stories game comes out in March, right? I don't know if we're gonna stream that one. Sorry, didn't like my positioning there. I don't like being near Gogmazios around that much lava. I don't know if we'll stream it, but I would like to try it, I think.
Time to go on the offensive.
Yes, time.
I'm gonna put my all into this one. Preparing an attack.
Fabulous. So, since I see people talking about Arkveld, I went through and I listened to some of the music from the soundtrack earlier this week, and I forgot. I've been hunting regular Arkveld so much, I forgot how good Radiant Cry of Life is, which is the theme for Guardian Arkveld. It's incredible. I don't know if Monster Hunter has ever done this for a monster, or if this might ever be something that they do. I would really like to fight what I think is effectively a super boss Arkveld gauntlet, where he goes from Guardian and then evolves into regular, and you get to hear both themes. I would really like that. I don't know if they've ever done like special event boss fights in that way, but I think I want both. I would love one fight that's both. I think that'd be really cool. The strings in Radiant Cry for Life are nuts. I think between the two, that's probably my favorite. But I think that Arkveld's theme as well does a great job of like demonstrating like that growth and that evolution and that increase in power and strength. There is like a frenetic quality, I think, to Radiant Cry for Life that they're supposed to be, that Arkveld's non-Guardian theme doesn't have, which I think is really appropriate.
Hitting it with dragon element attack should reduce its strength.
I really think you would have passed this. I always thought comfiest. Made me comfortable with dogs in the set, trying to be able to play both. Really? See, I feel like it might be simpler, straightforward, but I feel like just by nature of playing it for the first time, I might not be able to perform competitively. But maybe I'm selling myself short. Back on tail. Yeah, he's doing some stuff with his front paws I don't like. Also, hey mods, can we get an ad break delay, please? That's gonna get me, that's gonna get me. Yes, I knew it! I was like, I'm either gonna finish this combo in perfect timing, or I'm gonna eat shit. Spark, it's because this is our warm-up. So I'm getting my one GOG hunt in on the weapon that I made, and then we'll go into SNS right after that. But I still need like 3 Worn Toward Dragon gems, and I didn't want to learn a new weapon on GOG while I'm still trying to grind it a little bit. So we're doing the best of both worlds. It's not a willful deception, I promise. Give me 10 minutes and we'll be on SNS.
You've got its power in check.
Woo!
For those in the back.
How long have I been on fire instead of dragon? I'm gonna hope not very long. I swear we switched in the phase transition. Maybe I just like fat fingered it.
It's preparing an attack.
Over here! Get behind me!
Thanks, Fabius. I'm gonna heal. Here's my cookie. Oh! What happened? GOG business. Yeah, can't do it. Not today. Dang, that's tough. Did we not pass the DPS check because I was on fire for an unspecified amount of time? Help. Bear, what did you want me to do to help you? For a second, I was like, was I standing in the wrong spot and actually taking chip damage I did not know about? Ooh, let me get my login bonus. Yeah, okay. Don't feel bad. Such is the way. Such is the grind. Fabius did shield. Oh, maybe. Okay, so here's my question to y'all. Should we just move? I can move right into dual blades. Or I can move right into SNS, but that means I'm gonna cash in a Gogmazios later. Cause I can't, I need a Gog every day to stay on my War-Torn Dragon Gem grind. So what are y'all feeling? Would you hate me if I did Gog again? Should we go straight into SNS? What do y'all want? What do y'all want to see?
Here you go, easy now.
Gotta redeem my Gog later? Okay, right into the, nice. Okay, yeah, sure, thanks. Maybe if we angle it this way. We're not. No! We sank to our knees in defeat! We're pounding the ground! Oh, Rolly is not even. He's sipping. He's not even like ringing his bell. He's just like. That's fine. Yeah, we maybe deserved that. Okay, that sucked. Roll it off the side barrels. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time, and I think we'll probably go into SNS. We'll take our break, and then I think we'll do SNS. And then if I get a lot of SNS practice in, maybe I can do a GOG like at the end of stream, or maybe like off stream on Discord with the community, because I will need them later today. Okay, so we want to roll. Okay, actually, hang on. What if I just went like straight from this way? This feels like it's not gonna work. Not bad, much better. So maybe we'll just take it from like the furthest edge of the arena.
I won!
Also, hey, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the community. I really appreciate that. Ah, shoot. We didn't turn it. That's okay. B?
I won!
Better. We're no longer on the ground, so I'll take this in. We've got the bell! I love his puffy pants. It's also really funny to me. Obviously, we play the game with Palico, like, English language on. And I was watching a streamer earlier this week, and they were doing some bowling, but so Mochi, my Palico, he's like breathing really heavily and energetically off in the corner, but if you have it just set to like the Palico language, he's just over there meowing, which I think is really funny, because I'd never heard that before, because we don't play with Palico language on. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna get to the tent, and I'm gonna get us set up for an SNS build, which I'm gonna need input on, so that'll be totally fine. I'll pre-save this set. Hold on. Yeah, it's called like does not shut up. Non-stop sound. It was really funny. Ooh. Dapper says I can probably just use a dual blade set. My wife was concerned when I was doing a lot of bowling with cat speak Palicos because she thought our cats were. Oh no! There are absolutely sometimes I'll like hear a cat noise in the game and I'll be like Mochi, but Mochi's always fine. Okay, I'm gonna take my break here. When I get back, let's talk build. If I can use a dual blade set, I'm even happier for it. But let's talk build. We'll get an SNS rolled, and then I imagine if the new event quest that they dropped a couple days ago is appropriate for someone learning a new weapon, and I would not just like absolutely fuck my entire hunting party, I'll probably do a bunch of runs of that with SNS. So doesn't need a lot of specific stuff on the armor, just good offensive skills like offensive guard and guard up. True SNS build is wide range. Okay, I'm gonna write those down. So wide range, guard up, and offensive guard. Wow, even for me, this handwriting is uniquely terrible. Okay, I'm going to heat up my tea and check on the cat. We'll do SNS stuff when I get back. Okay, I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Please enjoy the song. Hi, we're back. Thank you for your patience. I kissed Mochi. He went and then stretched his feet out and then curled his feet in, and he is sleeping very peacefully on the blanket in the other room. I hope you enjoyed that like reenactment. Yeah, it was good for me. So, okay. So since it seems like there might be a couple different ways to build SNS, there's honestly a part of me wondering if I shouldn't have two different builds. Like if I shouldn't have one that's specifically wide range and then maybe one that is something else. It seems like wide range is like one of the more popular ways to build SNS. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. But I'm not sure. So what are we thinking? Start more generalist, see how it feels. Having a specific Mushroom-mancer / wide range build is nice. For learning, just build comfy and convenience. Okay. Okay. So maybe let's do... Hold on. Let's build for damage first, since I don't want to give myself too much to look at, and I've never played
I'll handle the
any kind of weapon in
release.
this game with a supportive element to it, so I don't know if I want to go straight into... We'll set up at least one, and then I'll have the plate, like the spot saved, a placeholder for the others. Okay. Okay. Wide range is support, but it's not quite learning. Yes, exactly. And I think although that's a part of the weapon that I feel like would be really useful and beneficial, I do want to actually try to like understand how the weapon works before I start using it to like throw out mushrooms and powders, tinctures, balms, and salves. You know, so we'll start with the basics maybe first. Overall, the dual blades build is a good starting point for DPS. Really? So is that going to be like Wex, Burst, Latent Power, Antivirus? I'll probably need to take off because I can't straight up. If I roll a Gogma SNS and we get Gormagala's Tyranny, I'm task managing the game, I'm loading back in, and we're doing that. We're putting that on a dual blade. So I don't think there's any world where we actually need the antivirus. Burst is good for SNS. Ooh. Okay. Well, let's just pop off. I didn't mean to zoom in on myself. That's really fun. We are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Should be one more. Jewel, I thought. Yeah, hold on. Is it on my talisman? Yes, that's giving me one antivirus, so we'll pop that off as well then. Just say we don't need that. And then we'll keep on shockproof. We might not need protection. We might be able to sacrifice that as well. Wait a minute, I still have... Hold on. Am I having a conniption? Am I going insane? Am I getting... Oh, I'm getting antivirus from the Gore Greaves. Okay, I was like, I don't have another sane deck. It's the building process. SNS is raw and crit focused. Maximum might is really good for dual blade, sure. Well, wait, maximum might. That's healthful all the time? I tend to opt more towards like resentment for... Burst is really good. Taking a point of Slugger. With enough crit, Master's Touch is preferred. Full Wex, Aggie, and Max Might. Well, we've got Full Wex. I think we've got... Ah, but no Agitator. Alright, so let's see if we can add in some Agitator. And then, refresh my memory. Is maximum might extra damage when your stamina is full or extra damage when your health is full? Stamina. You guys are the best. Thank you. Okay, well, then I actually do think we would want that. I used that a little bit with Greatsword, and I thought that felt really nice. Okay. Can I get rid of Counter-Strike? Because in order to swap some things in, we'll need to swap some things off. Really solid build here so far. Worry more about getting burst 5. All of my burst is coming from my armor pieces. You know what? Can I... Gore, what have you done for me lately? Hang on. 2 1s and a 3. Maybe we can swap off my pants? Hold on. Are there pants that have burst? I'm assuming that's probably going to be Odogaron, maybe? Oh, wait a second. I might be onto something. Mizu! No way! But we'll lose two of our 1s, which is unfortunate. But that is rarity 6, which means it could be transcended, and then maybe we get extra slots, but that's money. Which I'm famously lacking in this game. Although these are already part of the way there. You You want offensive guard 3. Yeah, I'll look at weapon skills in a second. I want to do set stuff first. Yeah, I know I don't have a talisman on. AT Jin armor in general is really good. Oh, I took the talisman off just because I thought it had antivirus on it, but it turns out my pants had antivirus. We could see if there's something there that'll give us a point of burst. Oh, hold on. Well, that's just straight up 3, but we only need 1. Spread. Crit element, crit draw? I feel like that might not be good for SNS. Crit element is huge. My pants had antivirus. Hey, Sin, how are you? Crit element is huge, but crit draw is kind of meh. All right, well, let's see if we have, like, maybe something. Oh! Guard up? Guard up better? I might come back. Yes, I think this is what I want. I'll scroll through the rest of them, but I think that's probably what we want. Otherwise, it's like fire attack, bludgeoner. Guard up, crit status, and burst. Shells. Guard up, crit element, burst. I'm sorry, is this perfect? I feel like this could be really strong. I feel like people were talking about crit element being useful, but crit draw not so much. Or there's Slugger, which I know some people said they also take for the extra, like, knockout damage from the stun. Offensive guard is good to look for. Okay. I feel like I could slot in some gems for that, though. Maybe, on my weapon. Slugger is good for SNS. Okay, maybe we want to take Slugger and burst, then. Even having 1 crit element means your element damage will get to crit, which is a big deal. Slugger could be good if you're going shield heavy. I don't know what kind of player I am. I think maybe let's play it safe, and we'll take this one. We'll take guard up and burst. Since I don't know how reliably I'm gonna be shield bashing, let's get a sense for how the weapon moves and then adjust from there. I feel like this is probably a very safe option. Perhaps not necessarily the most aggressive option, but let's pop this on and move around it, I think. Yeah. Because that will still give us... I do think I want to pop off my pants. Yeah, let me just, let me just take them off. So, Counter-Strike. Can I get rid of that? I can get away with anything, but I like having a little bit of structure to it. If I feel like I have too many options, I get overwhelmed and pick nothing. I'm like, oh, I guess it's like, time to play Lance, I don't know. Do I have the GOG coil? I don't think so. Let me see. And the issue will also be, what can we level up? So, as far as things that I've leveled competitively, I do have GOG, the coil, which will give me Odogaron stuff, which could be pretty nice. Guard up is really nice because without it, you can't block certain things. Yeah, I'm gonna want that then because I like feeling strong. And to me, like, I feel really strong when I power clash, and I feel really strong when a monster tries to do something and I say no. Yeah, Odogaron's been in Wilds for, it's like, since base game, I think.
Good.
I say I think. I know. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Counter-Strike. Yeah, I think we should drop Counter-Strike. I want to get this out of here, so... I want to see how many slots I have to try to tinker with. How many levels are there in Garda? Are there 5? It looks like there's 5. You know what? I might be confident enough to pop Divine Blessing off too, quite honestly. Okay, let's look at some agitator stuff. Oh, you're expensive. Oh, Guard Up only has 3? Okay, I might try maxing that. So, Agitators, Spency. And it's a weapon skill. Okay, so I'm going to change my pants. What pants can we get Agitator from? Jen. And Gog. I don't think we need the peak performance. But my Gog Greaves are already upgraded. Dahad. So, wait a minute. This is Dahad Beta. Do we not get Agitator from the Gamma Dahad pants? That's a shame if so. I might pop on Gugmazios here. Yeah. I think that's probably the smart call. And then I don't think I need either of these. We'll keep our Wex up. So that is 1 level of Agitator. I'll get another one on my weapon skill, hopefully. We might not be able to max it. How many levels does Agitator have? Is it 3? I won't go too crazy, but I'm not quick at it, but I do enjoy the puzzle of build crafting. It's become a really satisfying part of the game to me, which is fun to enjoy now, because initially it seemed like it would be completely incomprehensible. Like the moment I remember like finishing high rank and looking at builds and understanding really how deep you could go and how personalized it could become, and I was like, this is impossible content. I'm never gonna learn all of this. Now we're like, we may not be competent, but I do feel like we're adequate and we're earnest in our desire to improve. So Aggie has 5. Shoot. Okay. 2 Gog, 2 ATJ, and an Odogaron. But I don't want to have to upgrade other armor sets, which is kind of the issue I'm having here. Okay. Let's roll an SNS. Yeah, we'll pause here. Let me actually get a weapon that I can put gems on. I know we're sort of like interrupting it halfway through. So we got, I'd like a little bit more Agitator than I have right now. Guard Up's looking good. We're pausing on wide range. I need to look at offensive guard, which I think is probably also a weapon skill. And then maybe see if we can get some maximum might. And we might be able to do that with some of the level 2 decos that we just freed up. So that's also an option. Weapon. Also, yeah, hang on. Let me save real quick in the event that we need to save scum. I am not above playing a game like this. Lots of it. Oh, that will make a difference too. Yes, what skills the weapon actually has built in. Okay. Yeah, let's do the weapon before we do any more with the armor. So that'll be Ardian. And,
Ooh, Ardian, you say? I'm up for the challenge.
What do we want? Paralysis? Maybe we'll be hitting a lot. Just raw, like attack, but I don't think we can do raw. I think it's gotta be attached to something else. Para is good for support builds. Para is always nice. Para is solid. Let's do paralysis. Yeah. We may as well. And I'm going to assume this is going to be all attack. All 3 attack. Paralysis is solid because there's very little that resists it. Fire's a good option. I'll go with paralysis just while I'm learning the weapon. And then if I feel like, oh, I really like this, I would like to use it against monsters with weaknesses I can exploit, I can always go back and make more. But I feel like as an introduction, this is probably a very safe bet. Yeah. Attack, attack, attack. Let's do it.
A sage choice.
And then we will upgrade that.
Ooh, Artian, you say? I'm up
Because
for the challenge.
if I roll an SNS that has Gormagala's Tyranny on it, I'm turning the game off, so I can put that on my dual blades instead. Also, sometimes, like, we go through a couple and we just don't get anything good, and then I just reset, and we don't bother upgrading any further, so... Oh, I was like, no, I don't have any rocks! Wrong, I have more rock than I know what to do with.
Can I proceed?
Perfect. Element affinity attack sharp L. Nah, not ideal. But we'll turn it into Gogma and see what happens.
Ooh, Artian, you say? I'm
So,
up for the challenge.
here I imagine we also want to use attack. Ooh, Bob says elements. I also says element. We have Wex 5. We've got we've got Burst at 5, and we're working to see if we can get Agitator up higher. Element? Okay, let's do it.
A sage choice.
So we got Jindahad's Revolt and Scaling Prowess. Here's his attack. Master Mounter? Hilarious. Yeah, so this I think we should re-roll. Maybe just like a couple of times, just to see if we can get something that might synergize a little bit more with what we're using.
Ancient tag.
So, ooh, what's our
I'll give it a
description?
go.
Oh, I might not be able to read it from here. So, as far as reinforcement bonuses go, what should I be looking for on SNS? Really? Oh, mounting is actually useful? Oh, it's Jin's. Why is Jin's Revolt a god roll for SNS specifically? Because I would not have thought that that would have been useful. Because the whole point is, like, I guess the way that I play the game, it's like, I don't want to be strong after I get webbed, because the point is I shouldn't get webbed at all. Like, I should be able to dodge out of it. Attack and sharpness. Okay. We'll reset these bonuses. I'll use the Gogmazios bits. Yeah! Take many! Take so many! 4 attack, 1 sharp is ideal. I highly doubt we're gonna see that, but we can see what happens. I'll do this like 2 or 3 times. We won't commit to anything really
A
spectacular.
sage choice.
That's 2 attack, 2 sharp, 1 affinity. I think that's better than what we've got, so I'll keep that one. And I don't suppose there's something even better just around the corner. This is why we say, I'm gonna save, actually. This is why we do it. Because then if it doesn't work, we just turn the game off. Pretty solid? What would a 5-element SNS even do? Is that just like paralysis non-stop all the time forever?
Ancient tag.
Ancient
I'll give
tech.
it a go.
Yeah, let's reset these again.
Should I begin?
It's the same thing? No. Hang on. I think this is better. Hold on. Hold on. I think this is better. because my everything is higher. Like, we kept the sharpness X, and now we have an attack X and another sharpness X, affinity 3 and attack 3. So that's just a pure direct upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, it's the same thing, just higher. I think I'm okay with that for right now. But let Divan 13 minutes. Oh, all right. Maybe just one more. We'll spin the wheel one more time. I don't think it's gonna get any better than
Leaving
this, but
already?
keep for learning. Yeah, it doesn't need to be fully optimized. I just want it to not be actively disadvantaging me in some way while we practice. Okay, last one.
Check. I'll give it a go. A sage choice.
So that's 3 affinity, which I don't think we want. So we'll task manager, but let me see what we get from skills before I do that so I know how many rolls I need to spend. Yeah, that's super mid, which is a little unfortunate. But here, yeah, we'll use some tarred devices.
Should I begin?
So, yet another Jindahad Revolt, but this time with Guardian's Pulse, which increases recovery speed of stamina near Wilt Crystals. That doesn't really thrill me. What about
Should
this
I
one?
begin?
So, there's a Lord Soul in there, but it's attached to Blagonga's spirit. And I don't see myself ever using gestures in battle. The best roll is Lord Soul and Jindahad. Really? Just having Lord Soul makes this kind of worth? Okay, hang on. My mouse is dying. I gotta plug it in. Jin is better for power clashes. Really? Okay, well, we'll keep this. And I'll do this, like, 2 more times.
A sage choice.
Guardian Arkfeld's Vitality and Guardian's Protection. I don't think we want that. I mean, the health on wound is pretty sexy, but I don't think it's better than Lord's Soul.
A sage choice.
This is Arkveld's Hunger and Flexible Leathercraft. Yeah, I think we should keep Lagonga, and I really like the Arkveld's Hunger skill. I want to do a vampire build completely around that with like that and Flare and Zoshia's Pulse. Like, I think there's a lot of potential there. I haven't had a chance to like tinker around with it, but in my head, I've stashed that as something I want to do. So fuck yeah, not buttery leather, just flexible leather. I'm constantly fucking haunted by leathercraft in this game. All right, last one, and then we'll reset.
A sage choice.
New Udra's Mutiny and Honey Stuff. Okay, I think we should just keep Lord Soul. Which I think was like our second roll. So I'll task manager here, and then I think we'll probably be able to finish the build before Diva. We'll get our Diva buff, and then we'll do the event quest, which I think will be really fun. So, all right, give me a second, and I will.
Ah, leaving already?
I'll task manager. I have a Loggy Lord Soul in the queue somewhere. And I know that because I went through like a million Zenny worth of Gogma skill rerolls trying to find Lord Soul with Gormagala's Tyranny. But I could only ever get Gormagala's Tyranny attached to motherfucking buttery leathercraft. And Lord Soul was everywhere else. I would get Lord Soul Zoshia's Pulse. I would get Lord Soul Ebony Odogaron's Burst. I would get Lord Soul Loggy stuff. Like, Lord Soul was everywhere. Gormagala was making me work for him. He knows his worth. Okay, let me restart the game. Give me a hot second. It is fun. Or maybe that's just me getting addicted to spinning the wheel. You've used Logi and Lord Soar more than Gore. Why? Can I ask why? Because I thought Gore was like mathematically like the most, if you're building around it, the most, like more damage than you could get off of Logi's stuff. Arkfeld Hunger goes hard on Gunlance. Ooh. See, to me, I feel like it would be really effective on a very quick weapon because then you're constantly attacking and you're constantly healing. I want to tinker with it on dual blades, but... Okay, the game is loading, but I have to get back to the lobby, so give me a hot second. Logi's uptime is decent, but it gives you latent power for free, and the build has more slot economy. Really? I wanted to try Zosoul on a Lance build. I think there's the potential for that to be really sexy, because then if you take chip damage, you just regen it. You're just very, very, very healthy all the time. Logi builds for SNS are comparable to Gore. That's so cool. Wow, Gore, maybe I don't need you. Maybe I don't, and maybe that's not cope. Okay, we are back in the game. Thanks for your patience. If we keep, yeah, so we'll keep Lord Soul. Does anyone in chat happen to use Blagonga's War Spirit? Because in my head, especially since one of the GOG pieces already has a Blagonga skill on it, that will give me 2 levels. Ivar does, it's great, really. Like, maybe it's worth putting that on a hotbar. You pre-game it. So, so it's not something you're doing in the hunt. How long does the buff last? Like, can you do it before you leave, and then does it last the entire thing? The entire time? Love using Ebony Odo from the GOG Waste with Lord Soul. It's good burst. Yeah, there's a part of me that I don't know if I have, I feel like I've got Odogaron's armor skill on my current dual blade set, but it's a minute uptime, but you can re-up it whenever. I'd have to put the emote on a radial for that, which I'm not opposed to, but okay, so
Ancient tech.
I think we were just
I'll
doing
give it a
skill
go.
stuff. Yeah, because we have attack X, attack 3, 2 sharpness X. This is fine. For learning purposes, this is fine, so we'll just stick with
Should I
this.
begin?
And I think it was our second roll that gave us Lord Soul.
A sage choice.
Perfect. Okay, so this we will keep.
Ah, leaving already?
And then what we want is to pop this off. Oh, I get to glamour it! That'll be so exciting. Oh my gosh. I have all of look at these. Oh my god, I could use Omegas. I've never been able to use that as layered armor in anything because I've never used an SNS before. This will be really good. I believe Blagonga also has Agitator, actually, so you might be onto something. So, up here, we want offensive guard. Is that right? Which will be... Here. Wow! That'll just max me out? Oh, I think we'll want this. Omega SNS fucks. It's invisible while she's... Okay, well, we'll put on... So we've got maxed offensive guard now, which is great. And... Guardian Handicraft or Guardian Shield for 1 rank of guard up. Okay, hold on. Let's do Handicraft, I think. because it doesn't look like I have Guardian Shield. So we'll do that. Guardian Jewel can come with a 3-1. Oh, that's actually where we ended up getting... Hold on. How am I... Oh, it just gives me all 3? That's crazy. So I don't even need both. Game good. Okay. So that's maxed out offensive guard, which is great for me. And now I think we're going to be looking at Agitator and Max Might. You want some decent sharpness management. We've got 2 sharpness X's on, plus a handicraft. So I think that might be enough. Might need Master's Touch, and you can add critical 3. My affinity is only 8% though. I don't know if that is worth stacking crit on. Yeah, I don't know if we want this. Although we will be getting a lot of affinity from Wex and Agitator. Okay. I'll put it on. We only have 1 stack of Agitator. I would love if we could get more. What else do we want up here? It doesn't look like Agitator is a weapon skill, so... What else do we want to be looking at? Real easy to get 100% affinity with SNS. Average crit is going to be 60 to 70. Okay. Max Might adds 30% and will basically be 100% uptime. Crit boost. Lots of people just saying put crit boost, crit boost, crit boost. Okay. So it doesn't look like that combo's... Well, we'll pull this off Greatsword for right now. Look at all of these fucking dual blades with crit boost. I'll take this. So 3 crit boost, 3 offensive guard, 2 guard up, 5 Wex, 5 burst. And everything else we can kind of tinker. It's not enough Agitator, I don't think. But I'd have to sacrifice Wex to get it or upgrade a different piece of armor. And I... Sorry, that was me listening to... Is Diva singing? Diva is singing. Hang on, let me check the set list real quick. Okay, so we need to be done before Song of One starts to play. All right, I'm gonna pop on a protection. Wait, no, yeah, I'm gonna pop on a protection jewel just so we can get Divine Blessing. I'm not entirely sure that we'll need it, but I'll pull it from here. Okay, so Divine Blessing is maxed. Yes, Spark, you can! I religiously abuse that feature. So I personally run the Agitator Talisman. Well, I feel like my damage should feel good. It could feel better with Agitator, but I'm really interested in the guard potential, I think, of SNS. Especially if I wanted to do, like, comparing it to my personal playstyle on Greatsword. Max Might is my 2 slaughter. Okay, I will take that. That should be pretty straightforward. Nice. Maximum Might, maxed. And I still have more fucking slots to fill. Yikes. What do I even put in here now? Well, I need shockproof. I don't know. We'll put it on. That's polite. We're hunting with other people. Okay. They're shockproof. Mandatory on SNS multiplayer. Always shockproof. Hey, Ominous, what's going on? Welcome in. It's effectively just really high up extra affinity. Counter-strike, but we might be able to get one counter-strike in here. It's not a lot, but It's okay. I feel bad that we only have 1 stack of agitator, but our crits should still be pretty high with maximum might. And we can always tinker after this. What should I put in for our tiny slots? Constitution could also help with stamina management. My stamina should be pretty good, I think. Oh, but it's for blocking. I might end up doing that quite a lot, actually. Okay, we'll put on Constitution. And then speed eating. No, I won't do any wide range stuff on this build, but I'll do I'll eventually have a different build for wide range specifically. Yeah, this I want to be hitting. Yeah, I'm not giving anything to anybody. I'm not cooperative. I'm selfish. I'm a selfish player. This is my selfish build. Maybe we just want to throw on like a defense jewel. I don't know. I can't think of anything else with the ones. Stamina management is not important. Nothing else you do with SNS will drain stamina. Okay. Speed eating is better? Sure. It still gets me every time that it's just called Gobbler. Okay, so how does this look? I'm gonna hide myself so you guys can actually see like the full screen. The selfish Uno, do you have an SNS build? I was talking about your hunting horn video earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna be studying. I'm gonna be hitting the books. We shouldn't need Meyer Walker for the event quest, I don't think. Maybe that'll be like monster dependent or situational dependent. Looks good. Great. Yeah. So nothing here that's actively disadvantaging me. It may not be perfectly optimized, but for a learning experience, this is solid. That makes me feel really good. Okay. Let's just fucking took it off. Let's save this. Here. And then this is the most important part of any build change. Oh. Okay, well this clips into our cape, so we don't get to really fully appreciate this. Wow, this is like one of the best weapon skins in the game, and it's not close. This is also pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. This is gorgeous. Yep. So that's for me. That was easy. Really love this wine red set. Thank you. I've been trying to do. I think I set this glam up specifically when we started learning Greatsword, because I wanted to glam in True Shadowbringer, so I wanted more of like an actual like armored vibe, which is tough for me because if you've been watching the stream for any meaningful amount of time, you understand that my hunter usually exists in a perpetual state of undress. So I was not familiar with how to cover him up. I only knew how to expose him gratuitously, so this was a fun experiment. I still got a little tummy, so we're still eating a little bit. But it was fun. I had never used this particular Arkveld top or this Balahara waist. And I think, what else is it? I think it's Raydao Gamma Greaves and a Jarikon Gauntlets, which was fun. Okay, everything's on. Hold on. Yes. Okay, I just had to make sure I had the right weapon on. I love fashion hunting. And I'm not sure if that's because I came from like the Souls games where like fashion Souls is so real and so true because most armor sets don't fucking matter. But I want to look good in games like basically all the time. So, and I love, it's fun for me because I appreciate if I can do like a full mix and match set and still have it look coherent. Like I try not to use more than 2 pieces from one set. in whatever my loadout is. It's whoa! I'm sorry, was Diva's face just a like a horrible Silent Hill 2 polygon for anyone else? That was so scary! That was so scary, it crashed my chat box. Okay. Well, but that's the only loading hiccup we've had with the texture pack. So maybe it's not, and we didn't drop any frames. So maybe it's not so bad. Clip expeditiously. I just put a marker down. Yeah, that might be pretty good. Alright, if the chat box doesn't come back to life in like a minute, I'll have to restart it myself, but I don't want to, so I'm hoping it'll just get back together. And then we will be listening to Song of One because it's my favorite. It's my stream and I do what I want. PS1 Diva can't hurt you. She can't hurt me, I think. It was scary. I hadn't even like fully understood what I was looking at because it was just like her face was just like a flesh-colored diamond and then her mouth was just a gape. Like legitimately thought it was like a Silent Hill monster. It was so weird. It was so weird. I love to see it though. It's these special moments that really bring us all together. Also, hang on, let me make a quick note to myself for something. Nice. Okay, we're good. Don't remember the forehead jewel glowing out. I feel like there might be, at least for me, I can never know how it will handle for the community because it goes through like like it gets uploaded and then encoded. So I never know if there's ever like a measurable quality increase for viewers. But for me, the texture pack does make a difference. It's subtle, but it's noticeable. So maybe that's why it's so glowy. I don't know. So much time in this game. And this wacky stuff. Admittedly, that's my first time ever seeing like a low poly. It feels weird to call it a glitch because it's not a visual bug, maybe. Hi, Strawberry, welcome in. How are you? Diva's true form, be not afraid. I swear to God, there was just a party where there was about to be like, well, like a biblically accurate monster could be kind of cool, but that's literally what we get with Zoshia. So, the low poly diva from the ancient texts. Previous generations warned us about her. A Nintendo 64 mode. This is something that I was talking about on stream last week. But I'd seen a couple of clips from some of the older Hang on, this is my favorite song. The song that we got for Lumen Hymn, which I believe was originally introduced in DOS, is a great one. But there is something so special to me about Song of One. I don't really know how to explain it. But this one's my favorite performance she's done. It's close, but this one still does take home the trophy. Tiger, I think my VRAM is at 9. I think Wild's own estimate is that it's using 9 gigs of VRAM with the texture pack and all of the settings maxed out. Everything on the highest. I feel like the fire looks a little better, but I'm not sure if that's placebo effect or not. Yeah, Yeah, Lucian, I remember being surprised because I totally thought that it was gonna be, okay, dose for title update 1, and then we got try, and then we got four for you. So I was like, all right, Luminhim, it's totally gonna be World. I was ready to bet money. I was like, it's gonna be World. It's gonna be a song from World. It's gonna be my very first exposure to World. I'm really excited. And then we just got dose again. But it was a great song, so I didn't mind. Proof of a Hero and the dose credit song. Yeah. It was, and I think some people had told me that like Proof of a Hero and the song that followed, that was introduced for Luminhim, they're widely regarded as like two parts of the same whole, which I thought was very interesting. And I hope, as I play some of the older Monster Hunter titles, perhaps I can like discover why for myself. So, hey Hunter, what's going on? I didn't do the world credits. Oh, because it would be harder to make sense. Interesting. I hadn't thought about that. I guess in my head, maybe there's multiple songs from each generation that have lyrics. But if it's limited or if there's only one, yeah, especially with like the performer that they have for the Diva now, that might be harder to navigate around. I want to play for you so bad. God, makes me foam with the mouth like a rabid animal. Playing Shadowbringers, nice! I finished Shadowbringers last year and I've yet to start Endwalker. I need to do glam stuff today. Yesterday I finished like the last dregs of everything that had remained on my to-do list backlog since like the holidays had totally fucked my shit. So I'm hoping that maybe this week I can actually reconnect with like hanging out with some folks and like gaming for fun and just have in general like a little bit more wiggle room and free time. Flashbang! Here we go! Let's see, everybody's up there dancing. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll be taking a break in like 10 minutes. I think we could sneak in. Oh, I should probably go to the training arena. Yeah, it's probably worth looking at some of my combos before I just throw myself into a hunt. I feel like it'll be pretty straightforward, but still. Oh ho! My package just arrived. So hang on. Y'all get a chair stream. I'll be right back. Okay, so sad news. It was a package, but not the package I was hoping for. Chair stream, the best. Man, this chair, so much charisma, so much presence. There's so much. Like the bit was so goofy I couldn't even commit to it. I think that's like one of like 4 times on stream I started doing a joke and I just like lost the energy halfway through. Okay. SNS. How do I use this weapon? What are the secrets? Please only have 2 pages of weapon controls. Please only have 2 pages of... Okay. So, standard attack, we can Y 4 times. We can adjust our positioning. Special attack is shield. So going forward, it's a bash. On its own, it's sword stuff. We'll sliding downhill. Terrain specific. Okay, so Y and B is going to be like a gap closer. During one of our combos, which I'm assuming is going to be Y, because that's 4 hit, we can do AoE. We can charge to leap. Hitting a soft spot will allow you to deal multiple instances of damage. Okay, so Heaven's Door. When they say hitting a soft spot in a monster's hide, do they mean wound or do they mean weak point? Like head, tail? Sliding Slash has mad iframes. Weak point. That's what I thought. That's what made sense to me. Radio, yes! I will be playing World later this year. Probably not right after Silksong. I think it might be Silksong and then a short game. Like, I keep hearing about, I fuck up remembering this game name every single time I try to talk about it. Is it Outer Wilds? There's some kind of like sci-fi game that would take like a weekend to beat, and people keep telling me it's fantastic, and I'm interested in experiencing that for myself. Yeah, so it might be like Silksong, Outer Wilds, World, or maybe like Silksong, a little bit of stories. I don't know, but World is on the docket. I imagine we'll get to it before April. I've backstep. Ooh, during combos. Press Y during a backstep to perform a perfect rush. And hit Y at the right time. So is this like a perfect dodge mechanic? If I backstep at the right time, I get access to perfect rush. Also has a ton of iframes. Perfect rush is going to be my main go-to. Yeah, but I think I confuse it with like Outer Wilds or like Outer Worlds, and then there is like some other spacey game that's just kind of like orbiting just outside my peripheral vision. It's not a perfect dodge. I can do it anytime. Great maneuverability. Okay, and that is during a combo if I go back and B. Okay, hang on. Hey, that was cool. And yeah, this layered skin looks amazing, so I'm incentivized to do better because I want to see my pretty weapon. Perfect Rush is a rhythm game. You have to time it when you glow red. Okay, so when I flash, I want to hit Y. Okay. Flipping attack. And I can charge. I will probably forget that I can charge. But that's all right. After landing a charge slash after a backstep allows you to jump. And then we can follow up with one of 2 aerial attacks. So jumping slash, I'm assuming falling bash is going to be like blunt damage. Okay. Hey mods, can we get an ad break delay real quick? Thank you. Okay. So the charge slash is holding B during a backstep. Okay. What's my use case scenario for perfect rush versus the charge slash? Like, when do I want to do either one of those? Because these both come out of a backstep. So what situation is better for which one? Should I read perfect rush always? Charge slash gives you the aerial attack. Okay, so it didn't. All right. So my issue is I was just hitting air, so nothing popped. So charge slash is lets you mount. Perfect rush takes a long time, so knockdowns are good. Charge slash also good for mounts. Okay. I have not tried longsword. I'd like to eventually. Yeah. it never really spoke to me. I tried it once, again, when I was, like, really new to the game and, like, not particularly skilled at it. And, did not have the best experience. So, I owe it a redemption arc. Perfect rush is for when you have a long opening. Takes a long time to hit the whole combo. Really? So, hit when it's red? Hold on. Oh, how many times will it flash? Hold on. Is it just the 2? 3 times. Okay. 1, 2. I can only get 2. Am I fucking it up? I'm mistiming the first input. Okay, hang on. I want to... I'll look at the other page in just a second. Let me... That was cool. So when I go up into the air, do I just keep hitting Y? Or should I, like, charge something on the way down? That was sick. And then, hang on, so this is my... And then this is my spin, my big spin. This feels good. I can do different things. If you hold the input, you'll do a descending slash. Well, so B for shield slam, but that's coming out of the charged attack. Which is... If I hold this. That's the bash. Amount damage, B for shield bash, YB for a multi-hit. I want to see the multi-hit. Shit, I fucked that up. Hang on. Oh, I'm fucking it up all kinds of ways now. Now I can't even get the perfect... do I have to hold it? No, I must just be totally borking it. Okay. So that's holding it down. That's during the combo. And then just back to Y. Okay. But it's time sensitive. Backside needs to be held for the vertical. Hold it for longer. Okay. Hold the step back. And then press Y. Okay. I might be doing too much thinking. That was cool. I liked that. So I'm fucking up my perfect rush for right now, but that's okay. I think I might just trying to be like, I think I might be paying too much attention to minutia. Because I had it. I had the flow. And then I went back to it and I started to drool. So basic combo, Y. Yep, we know that. There's a powerful stationary combo. For 3B, hold charge. Okay. Shield attack. Bash, bash. Hard bash. Okay, so that's not like a tap. That's a hold forward. Okay, that's straightforward. And... charged slash... Which we'd been doing. If we're in focus mode and we go... Okay. And the perfect rush is what I was borking. Focus mode, B, Y, Y. Yeah, I'm going straight into it. Is it because I have focus mode on? I don't know what it is. Maybe we need to hold it a little bit longer. That's been straight into charging. Yep. I might have to work on the timing for perfect rush. But it seems like that's the kind of thing I want to be using when I have a lot of time. So maybe when the monster is like knocked down. I'm coming out of the back step too fast. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm just a button masher. That's my problem. Okay. Okay. I think we've got it now. Yep. All right. Let's hunt. We will take our next break right here, and then I will take us into the event quest that they posted a couple days ago that I don't know anything about. Yeah? We'll start with this. We'll fine-tune as necessary and adjust builds and movesets depending on how we play. Okay, I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Enjoy the song, and we'll get to hunting when I get back. Hey everybody, we're back. I saw some discussion that I didn't actually practice the powerful combo. So let me give that a try. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then I can tap or charge. But the charge chop they specify is mostly for big opening. Let me see this. Hold on. Well, that didn't feel like it took too long. But I'm not spinning. Maybe I need to like just like let it go faster. Because I'm trying to get the spin. I want to see what that looks like. Oh, okay. That's just really, it's just really quick. Just a spin. At the end of the combo. You can do it with shield bashes for sun. Charge chop. Press YB first, and then hold after. Yeah, I guess when I hear like a spin attack, I think like a big one, like a hammer. But maybe my inputs aren't correct here. End lag on charge chop is pretty bad. That's why you want a good opening. Okay. Bye, Entrods. We'll see you later. Also, oh, thanks, Myra. I appreciate it. Spinning Reaper is your main combo ender. Charge chop can be done at the end of any combo. Good few frames you're helpless with the monster attacks. That's fair. So...
Good.
Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. So, Perfect Rush, I don't even need to be in the middle of a combo for. I just need to start by backstepping. Or I guess maybe I do need to start. Yeah, okay. So I do need to start with at least one other attack. If you want to spin, don't hold Y and B. Okay, let's try that one more time then. See, but I don't spin. Have to be in focus for it. Yeah, I mean, I expect like more like a tornado, I guess, but it says Spinning Reaper, so that's the move that we did. And then actually, since someone brought up guard, what are my, obviously I can perfect guard and I can power clash. Do I have any kind of like counterattack after I guard? Is there like a punish move that I should be aware of before we go in? Guard and Y does a slash and the entire animation perfect. Okay, that for me is a sliding swipe, but maybe that is still guarding, perhaps. Y after a perfect guard. Okay. All right. Hold on. Yeah. Let me get. Hey, cat. I want you to bop me.
Here. Making some changes?
I am making some changes. Bop me. Thank you.
Let's give it a try.
So Y after guard. Hey, that feels really good. Okay, but that was too soon. Okay. I think let's start hunting. Yeah. I wanna do some stuff. I felt like that should have hit me. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, let's just get into something. We have a rudimentary familiarity with the absolute basics. Let's test this practically. While guarding, if you press B for a guard swipe, it can also perfect guard. We'll see. I was guarding and I would hit B, but it looked like we were doing a different type of slash. I don't know if it had like the guard ability or not, but I want to check out what this new event quest is. And I'm gonna hope that we get something very cool and good.
Yeah.
Lalas and toads and bears, oh my. Heaven's Door, am I correct in assuming this is what I want? This gives us a feline wanted poster. Alright, let's check it out. Hopefully
I'm counting on you.
I will not be entirely worthless in this high night mist. Wow, high. God, she's so pretty. Okay, I've already restocked. I think our buffs are still active from GOG. I don't think I need to eat. In the event, which food meal is best for SNS? I'm gonna assume maybe not a zoo, since we don't need like the tumbler buff. Would we want something like kunafa instead?
Whoa!
Homer Simpson, quit stalking me. Alright, let's go. It is kunafa. Okay, that's what I thought. The carver is great, but I don't know if like the skills that we get are worthwhile. Or as worthwhile on an SNS build than something else. Suja. Really? I love the pure glee. Listen, games are good and I like to play them. If I wasn't enjoying myself, I'd be doing a different thing. So I've never necessarily been the type of person who, if I don't like something, I'm not gonna direct a lot of my time and attention to talking about it. It feels like other people on the internet have different opinions about things like that, but it's like, why would I spend the time and energy talking about something I hate when I could be doing something that I really legitimately enjoy? I don't know. Okay, I hope I can get a guard off on this one. And then we want to end with the YB combo, I think. I still can't believe that Lalabrina was introduced as early as it was. I really, really like this monster's design. Do it twice. I got hit the first time and I was like, Lalabrina, I really feel like that should have been a guard. We're doing okay. We're not immediately paralyzed, which is pretty good. Right, does it twice, does it twice. I'm just gonna hang out down here. I'm just taking a break. The water of the Scarlet Forest is so rejuvenating. It's an elixir for my body, really. I'm on vacation. Okay, so now would be like a good time for perfect rush because it's down for so long. So that does actually take like quite a bit of time to play out entirely. And then when I do the shield bash, I am assuming that I want to be doing that near the monster's head. Like that is the best location for like blunt damage. Okay, oh, and then when I get the guard, I want to hit Y again for a counter. It's a shame I've not paralyzed it yet, because this thing is moving all over the place. And now I'm not moving at all. That tracks.
I'll take the opportunity to add them to your sacred pouch.
Maybe I should have brought like some paralysis resistance or something. It's embarrassing. I actually don't think I've really hunted Lalabrina since we left low rank. So it's fun to see one that survives for longer than some of the other monsters would. This would be a good opportunity for... I think I fucked that, but that's okay. Highly resistant would make a lot of sense, actually, especially given, like, the nature of this particular monster. Okay, I don't know if I got the counter, but at least I hit the button in the right order. Maybe not fast enough, but... Oh, this is a big Lala, isn't it? This isn't a crown, is it? Okay, we'll sharpen. Sharpness is doing okay. Maybe we can mount? Ooh, there it is! I think ultimately, probably after we get all of the event tickets that we need for this, I'm going to want to try to take SNS against a monster I can Power Clash. And I need to get better about using Perfect Rush and get that open when the monster goes down. Oh, nice! Doshaguma can be Power Clashed. Perfect. All right, let me carve up this lead. Dodge less, sliding slash more. But dodge feels so fun. Dodge make me feel safe. So the sliding slash is just like B with the analog stick hit in the direction I want to go. RT and Y. Okay. I thought someone said that was the guard thing. Is sliding slash... Oh, because that gives me iframes. Ah. Naruhodo. Okay. Oh, RTY is for sliders. RTB is for guard slash. Okay. Let's focus on RTY for right now. Is that same time or like one after the other? I will never get tired of seeing him pick up other monsters like the football. One after the other. Okay, RT and then Y. So that was it. Okay. And then RTB. That just looks like a regular slash to me. I am letting go of B too soon still, though, so I'll need to work on that. Why? Wah-ha! Did somebody just offset? That must have been our greatsword users. That was very stylish. I feel like Doshaguma would be a really satisfying monster to do on greatsword. Because he's very aggressive, but I feel like his tells are also really clear. best boys here. Yeah, you guys were not invited to this party. Get out of here. So creepy. Weird little wasps hanging out to watch me. And then I know I can also dodge roars, or guard roars. I think I can dodge them too if I'm good enough, but we should heal. Okay, Plague, it's really interesting you say that because I responded the way that I did because I was sure that I just gotten a power clash. So, oh my god, you've got Toad, get out of here. Wretched little amphibians. Okay. I wonder if we could use Paratoad to paralyze the Shogun. That could be interesting. Okay, and then if I want to try... Well, that's not what I expected to do, but you know. Yeah, I need to hold it. Why is it so hard for me to hold that? Okay, I'm getting my charge lashes, but still not my perfect rush. Hey, Kaleidoscope, welcome in. I was really trying to mount him before he could run.
Looks like the monster left something behind.
Swift, maybe that's it. Like, just like the constant momentum of dual blades. Like, I feel like if I slow my inputs down, I'll miss the combo timing because it'll take too long. But instead, I'm missing my combo timing because it's going too quick. And then, what was my slash? RT. Ooh! I think that was also an offset, which is very cool. Okay, so the slide, that's fun. That is a really nice positioner. I did miss that. That's okay. We won't talk about it. Oh, I was like, why couldn't I do... My stamina was out. I really like the guard mechanic. I expected this to feel more stationary, but there really is a lot of movement to this weapon also. Oh, you're gonna... He's trying to leave and he decides to just stance up on Kongolala. I can respect it, actually. Okay, let's see if I think we got the red flash, which I think is the input we wanted, and then I think Kongolala blew us all up, but... So mobile. Sorry, Sue. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Our sharpness is doing okay. I know these are weaker monsters and the hunts are going faster, but I feel like our sharpness is not a problem. I might feel differently if I start bringing this into other hunts, but... Yeah, so I see myself glow red, but I'm not doing the perfect rush thing. So I'm flubbing that. Maybe I am putting too much thought into it, because the first couple of times we were practicing, I did it and it felt effortless. But now I'm like actively trying to solve the math equation, and my variables, the limit, it does not exist. But I think that was well done. This very much so feels like a combination of different elements of the game that I enjoy that I haven't gotten a lot of exposure to. So, because we've, up until we practiced Hammer, we'd never really done a whole lot with damage that could stun.
What kind of
I think
monster are
that's
we
the right
after this
language for
time?
something like that. Like, I would say blunt damage otherwise, but this game doesn't really have damage types per se in that way. At least not between like the physical differences. What can we make?
Come on over.
What can we
I
make?
serve?
I swear I used to be able to scroll down a lot faster. Parried on the Dosha saved my life. Really? I'll be so honest with you. I never realized that we paralyzed to the Doshaguma. So, I mean, I totally did that on purpose. Heaven's Door, did I not get armor? What is this icon? Also, Heaven's Door, what is this icon? On the Bale armor, like those two rectangles? What is that? It's Palico armor. Never seen that. Like, what is this? I have two! Oh, good lord. Why do I have two? Shameful display. Alright, well, I'll have to get rid of one. Kitty?
How can I serve?
Okay, well, these are... That's Dahad stuff. A tried and true feline pouch. Easy to use and just as easy to drop when they hightail it. Thief's thieving scarf! When felines break bad, this is what they wear. Don't blame anyone but yourself if people start hiding their coin purses. Oh my god. My Palico cooked here. Feline pop. Dude, he's naked though. A customary blunt weapon favored by felines. Sturdy wood is used in the head. And I need one more for this? Okay, well, we're gonna be crafting all of it. Let's start with the
sage
bonker.
Watch this.
Lend me. Good.
I'll be even more
And
Good idea.
actually, I'm gonna let this
Watch
cutscene
this.
play in
Then
case
yeah.
one of them gets fucked up
Yes, sir.
polygons. I just want to see if that was a Diva specific issue we were having, or if that's gonna be any
Here.
sustained
Got it.
cutscene.
Elbows, elbows.
Right.
Okay, well that looked fine to me.
Good.
So maybe it was just like a Diva
All
thing.
right.
Yeah, it looks like Gemma's got all her polygons. I won't equip this, but I will add this to my wish list. And then, did we get anything else? Oh, we got a weapon. And it's an SNS. Wait, but I'm learning SNS now. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever really looked at this weapon tree. Feline tree. Cat's paw. Cat burglar. The painted cat face on the shield really fucking does it for me. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, it's cat's paw and I've got like my cat charm dangling off it. Look at the skill. What is the go-to thief's tool for naughty Lineans? The adorable paw print attracts other buyers too. Well, oh, that's right. Okay, because feline is like the species of Palico, but like Wudwuds are also Lineans, I believe. Like that's like a genus, perhaps. Don't know if I'm using that terminology correctly, but I hope it's conveying the spirit of what I'm attempting to say. Cat burglar. Grants a small chance of obtaining various items when landing critical hits. Well, wouldn't that mean that if I were using this on the build that I currently have, my critical hit rate is like 70%. So I would just be getting stuff I'm stealing from them. Linean would be genus. Feline Palico would be species. Yes, I was correct. Must change the oh my god, if we were to put like the cat head on and the cat paws and the cat tail while carrying cat's paw. There might be some potential here. The stuff in particular is all themed around Mellinks, which were hostile felines from previous games that would pickpocket you. They would steal. They would steal from me. Oh my god. Is this the gear they would carry? Because I'm not gonna lie, they would not. They wouldn't need to steal. I would give them my stuff. Like they'd roll up looking cute, and I'd just be like, "All right, here you go." They would bonk you and take your stuff. It was awful. What? You'd get bonked. Feral enemy felines that would rush you down, bonk you, steal an item before running away. I love them also. I hope I can find them one day. Fuck, that's really good. Okay, so... Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised that the Jin SNS is gorgeous. That's shaped like his head, isn't it? Fuck, that's so sick. Wait, y'all get a Ray Dow weapon? Wow, that's also really cool. Sorry, Dual Blades users didn't get Ray Dow weapons. I actually don't know if we got new Udra weapons either. Sensei! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in! How are you? What were you streaming? How did it go? If you are joining in from the raid, hi! I'm Crow. I'm a non-binary streamer on Twitch and YouTube. And we are learning SNS today. I see the potential. I see the vision. There's a little bit of fumbling going on, but I don't think it's anything practice can't fix. Whoa, okay. So, is the shield frequently shaped like the monster's head? Because I got that with Ray Dow, and I got that with Jin, and I'm getting that now with Arkfeld. The bone tree. Ooh, a Jarakon's is different. Holy fuck, that's so cool. It's like his big punchy arms. That's awesome. I actually love that so much. It looks more like an oversized gauntlet. Walabrina is very pretty. Nurse, dude, I'm sorry. What do you mean? It's from Nursilla and it's just called Nurse Killer. Alright, Jebu also looks really good. The gore weapons for me, I like their coloration, but I don't usually like their theme. That's gorgeous. Zomi Call. That's not bad. Not my favorite of the Zo weapons that I've seen, but and of course Mizu's a winner. Mizu is just such a winner. I think that's such an interesting design for a shield. Okay, the coils on Longi are pretty sick also. All right, this is pretty nice. Mean to come back and say, hey, I love seeing your clip. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, okay. This weapon's pretty stylish. All right, so how many of these tickets do I need to craft all of the stuff that I want?
Requests?
4? All right. Well, we're going. Wow. That SNS user that just ran past me looks really good.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do another one of these, and I'm gonna keep popping the lucky vouchers, hoping that maybe I'll get a good amount. If we're lucky, we'll get 2 and then 2 again, and then I only need to do the hunt twice. But congrats on being in the Hunter Awards. 100%. Thank you so much. I was absolutely shocked and overjoyed to have been included. Yeah, it was incredible to be counted amongst so many different talented creators. Absolutely blew me away. Thank you for that. I think my food buff is still good. Yeah, we got 40 minutes. That's plenty of time. Plenty time for to do so. I really want to see if I can power clash that Doshaguma. Might be fighting for it though, with another SNS user and somebody on Greatsword. Yeah. I think it's unlikely. Yeah, we might unintentionally be working against each other in subtle ways, but
Let's get to it.
Zoe's SNS loses its white
Hey,
covering
Hunter. Eyes keen,
when in
mind
use.
sharp.
Really? But there's no way to preview that without crafting the weapon, right? Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I feel like it takes us longer to kill Lalabrina just because always moving. Oh, now it's me! I'm up here! And I need to eat a cookie because my stamina's capped. That admittedly feels like it's not necessary. Oh, does Lalabrina only have one? Oh, sure does. Oh, honey, you're tiny. You're a baby. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so there I did it. Really embarrassing. That's not what I was trying to do, but that is actually finally when I pull off perfect rush. Okay, let me eat a cookie. I don't think I need it, but it'll bother me to see it. So. Sensei, thanks so much for subscribing! Someone can always showcase it. I might like to see that, actually. And then, instead of dodging, I want to RTY. And that's what I want to use instead of dodging, reposition. That's pretty slick, actually. Okay, right, no dodge. We want to be hitting RT, and then if we want, it's RT and B that is the large guard slash. Okay. Maybe try that. No worries, Sensei. Have a great shift at work. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that raid too. I can chain the sliding slashes together to cover more ground, can't I? Oh, that's part of my problem too. I'm used to holding the stick in, but I think if I hold it in and I start shield bashing. Yes! Okay. So I want to be like somewhat stationary. Still fucking up perfect rush. I might have to ask for some additional clarification on that, or just like straight up see it in a video. Because I had the timing. You can change it, but they nerfed it. I mean, that's fair. I don't want to use it to cover too much of the arena. But it's nice for a squirrely munch. Oh, I didn't restock any of my items. That's fine. I don't think we'll need it.
Don't
It's
forget to
still
grab
in
what
the
that monster
shop or
dropped.
Lalabrina. mash, it comes out easier. I feel like mashing is my problem because I feel like I'm letting go of my buttons too quickly. Mochi the Palico would tell me to calm the mind and focus. I was gonna say, should we be letting them get up there? I've never seen that before. That was really interesting. Well done. That felt really quick. It's about 3:30? Okay. Trying to think of like some of the things I need to do today. You should be able to tap down and B for the back step. Let go. Stop mashing once it starts. Okay. Probably I'm just not... Probably I'm assuming that maybe my problem is I'm not recognizing when we're beginning it. So my inputs are either too fast and we cancel, or too slow and we miss it. But that's the kind of recognition I'll build over time. Well, that's interesting, Lewis, because when we were reviewing the weapon guide, Capcom said that the powerful combo was BBB into the spinning Reaper. So that's what I've been trying to prioritize. But I don't know if that is like... Okay, but we can move forward with Y. Yes! From the power clash into the paralysis, that was actually really fucking cool. Yeah, this is a really fun monster with a weapon that can guard. Nope, see, I like those two. Dude, it is kind of funny just watching me slide, though. I got distracted by this bird that was right in front of me. I was like, hey, what's that? Yeah, I'm used to holding my input forward, and that's also part of the reason that I'm doing. That's too low. I feel a little clumsy with it, but I do think that we could get better. Yeah, that's the charge slash. But I didn't think I was holding both of the inputs. I might need to review it again. This might be a video weapon. Oh, I've got my water bottle in front of the map. I was just about to be like, I feel like he's probably close to Skull, but I have absolutely no idea. What moves have I done so far? I've done dual blades, hammer, switch axe, now SNS. I've done lance, which I really enjoy. I feel like I might be missing one or two. Oh, I did a little bit of bow, but it did not go well, so I owe bow another try. I should heal. I don't really count myself as having played Insect Glaive because I did it for a couple hunts and I don't think I really understood the weapon. So that's another one that I would effectively consider a blank slate. Unknown, it's faster and more responsive than I would have expected it to be. But it's not as quick as dual blades with the inputs. And I really need to slow myself down to make sure that I'm hitting what I need to be at the proper time. Because yeah, when they say stationary combo, they mean stationary combo. You're gonna be doing something totally different if you're holding your stick in. So kind of like moving my brain in that direction, I think will do a lot to make it seem smoother. Like remembering that I shouldn't be dodging, I should be doing my slashes for repositions instead. Yeah, I don't know what it is. For whatever reason, I cannot pop perfect rush it. Oh, that's really embarrassing. Especially since we were doing it initially. I think I'm probably just like either trying to do too much or putting so much thought into it I can't enter a flow state.
It's amazing that no two specimens are the same.
Oh, I still have so much tea left. Alright, if I'm lucky, I got like 2 or 3 tickets. 'Cause that will mean our next one is guaranteed. Oh, these are Hunter 3s. Okay, I got 2. But if we get 2 for our next hunt, then that means I can make everything. I feel weird using the Palico glams that make them look like they don't have a lot of clothes on. It's like, it feels cursed to me. Like they're just Winnie the Poohing it. I don't know. Oh, Ivara, I feel like I'm not picking... Hammer, it felt like we fell into a rapid and unexpected synergy with. I still feel like a little bit like about this, but it's in like a problem-solving kind of way. If Hasn't clicked yet, but I am confident that it will.
Okay, see you later.
And then let me get some more stuff. Nada, I don't suppose you have anything for me,
Yes.
do you?
Please tell me what you need. I'd like to help.
You are perfect
Here,
as you
Hunter.
are.
I was given this for you.
I do hope that they eventually let him leave the tent. I would love to. I would love to see him be able to just like wander around. I feel like I understand why they don't, because people fucking complained that Alma moves around. So for ease, they were just like, okay, we'll just put the village intermediary in like one spot. But like,
Welcome back.
let him go. Release him. I would love to see him out and about doing some other stuff.
Come on over.
Yeah, but well, especially coming from a weapon like Dual Blades Lodestart, which is like so dodge focused. I feel like I'm doing okay adjusting to not dodging and doing the slash. It's just a lot to keep track of all at once. It's a lot to keep track of at once. But in a good way. I'm gonna put up one more of these.
Quest accepted.
And how am I doing on food? 25. That should be... Hey, Shania Slane! I love seeing that, Hunter. Such a good name.
Everyone here has been doing well, Hunter.
What I come over? Ah, yeah. Let me craft a little bit more of that Palico equipment also.
Hello. Do you have any requests?
Cat burn. We'll make the cat's paw.
Should I begin?
Watch this.
Lend me.
And then actually we might have enough to make... Shit, I need one more. Well, I imagine we'll probably be putting that glam on as soon as we're able to craft it. So, Luit, I had never considered the possibility of Nada being a support hunter, which would flood my heart with warmth. But I have said, like, from the beginning, the way that Wilds has brought back characters that were introduced in previous games, like we see Little Miss Forge grown up, it's Gemma, and we see Fabius again, and now we can see Nadia. I would love so much if in a future Monster Hunter game we're introduced to an NPC and it's Nada as an ace hunter. I would go bananas. I would love to see that for him, because I think it would so perfectly capstone his character arc and the themes that he grapples with throughout the game, like a life that you can choose to live for yourself. Like a decision that you make unfettered by expectation from others. I would love to see it. Anyway, I feel really strongly positive opinions about Nada, so... Nope. Sorry, I thought it was gonna get me. That might have been the right timing, but we missed. I can't tell if that was the lead up to Perfect Rush or the one that sends me into the sky. We should heal. Yes, we should heal. Oh, Diva down? Oh, we're about to be Diva dead, I think. Dude, Lala Brita, get away from me, man! Okay, we're good. I absolutely heard something threw up, and I was gonna be like, Eric, that's not the kind of thing I need to know about, actually. It's okay to keep some observations to yourself. Okay, and that I guard way too soon. So there's a beat after it does the rear up. Okay, still a little too early, but not as bad as it was. So... See, but I'm in the air again. I don't want to be in the air. I don't think Perfect Rush sends me into the air. I think that's a different skill. Still too early. That's okay. I should probably heal, but I think I'm just gonna risk it. Maybe we don't risk it now. Yeah, maybe our window for risking it is finished. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. Hey mods, can I get an ad break delay, please? My hair looks great. Thanks. I grew it myself. Okay, so we want to take our thumb off the stick if we are not actively moving. Still too early. Okay, that was way too late because it hit me. That attack feels really delayed. See, I'm still up there. I don't know. Something is hinky with the way I'm approaching Perfect Rush. I'll almost certainly have to troubleshoot it off screen. There are just limitations to the amount of guidance that can be had working with a time delay setup like we have with
monster
chat.
dropped something.
Yaha! That felt really good. Oh, I'm still up here. Okay, it like collapsed, so I didn't know what was happening.
That was perfect.
Thanks, Eric. That was for you. And it's dead! That's perfect. Well done. It's a slippery monster than I remember. Also, give me a second.
Trap set.
Nope, nope, nope. Perfect. All right, we're good. Sorry, I had to click something really quick. Okay, so sharpen. I really, really like the guard inclusion. And playing Switch Axe, it felt a lot like it needed a guard to me.
I've set a trap.
It felt like that was missing, or like maybe that's what I wanted from it, even though it didn't have it. And of course, everyone in chat was like, "There's a weapon that transforms that can guard." do you want charge blade? Do you want charge? And I was like, no, not yet. Sometime soon, but not now. Is he's schmoving? Can I get on you? Yeah, dude, where are you going? Cut that out. Oh, they're gonna be fighting each other. Okay, that's fine. I may have deserved that. My stamina was gone for that, and that's why we couldn't guard. I am like stuck on something. Oh, so, that, like, electrical effect I just saw, is that somebody who's using one of the loggy skills?
We have supply items from the guild.
Thanks, JP, I appreciate it. Slide? Belly? When Doshaguma stands up, is its belly vulnerable? I am not sure that I ever noticed that before. I do think we might want to adjust how much burst we have on this build. I'm gonna take one of those. That's right, that's right. Doesn't SNS have 2 different focus strikes? Or am I thinking... Am I totally misremembering? Not every time. It's just the one big move. Okay. Do it again. Okay, so that can be guarded. That means the last time I just fucked up my timing. We are flubbing this. I think we're down to our last card.
Good one.
Let's head back. We should be good. I've got one more snooze left. Let me hit one more stream button. Okay, we're good. Nice. There was a hot second where I wondered if we were gonna fail. Well done, everybody. I like threw my elbow back and hit just the edge of my funny bone on the side of my chair. Now it's like really tingly. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna carve. You're all. Oh, he's trapped. I will not be carving because if you carve up something that's alive, that's just vivisection. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. I only got one. That means I have to do this one more time. No. All right. Well, that means we won't need to use a lucky voucher on the next one, but I will need one more Laladosha hunt.
How can I serve?
And I think I'm
Watch
gonna do it
this.
with this as my glamour. Because I want to see the kitty SNS. It's so cute. All right, I might do something really cursed. Hang on. Oh, but I don't want to sacrifice my coil to get the waist. Like, I want both. Okay, what would, if we fully committed, what would it look like? Hold on. Nice. Nice. Yeah, let me just go ahead and we'll set all of these to their default colors. And I'll go in for one more kitty hunt. This is pretty good. I am sad I have to lose my waist piece to wear the tail. Because these pants are lacking, actually. Is there something? If we wanted something to just show it off, we could pop onto. That's so much worse. Yeah. We'll just stick with what we had on. We won't commit to anything. We'll just be a little silly with it. First stream. Hi, Juples. Weedy, thank you so much for subscribing. Well, we're practicing SNS. It's not coming as quickly or naturally as Hammer did, which surprises me because I would have thought that Hammer would have been more complicated, or maybe just like my personal playstyle lends itself better to Hammer stuff. But this has been a slower adjustment. Yes. So we'll just have to keep working. Actually, what time is it? 3:45? Okay. We're set to take a break in a couple of minutes. I think maybe we'll just take the break now. And I'll check on Mochi and eat a quick snack. And we'll come back and do one more Lalas and Toads hunt. And then I still need my daily GOG. So I think I'll wrap up SNS practice with this next hunt, swap over to dual blades, kill a GOG, and then probably wrap up stream there. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I tried Switch Axe a couple of weeks ago. It felt like a very versatile weapon. It seems like it's a middle ground for a lot of different types of mechanics. But if I really need to work on my predictive response for offsets before I commit to a weapon that like really features that as part of its core arsenal, I think, because my timing for dodges and perfect guards is really good, but my predictions for wind-ups and when to start an offset and when to are not so good. So that needs a little bit more work before I can use that weapon effectively. But let's take a break here, enjoy the music, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna check on the cat. Okay, I'll see you soon. Hi, everybody. Thanks for your patience. I appreciate it. This time, when I went to kiss Mochi, he had absolutely no reaction whatsoever. Lost in the sauce. He is big Sneep. I just put up our final kitty quest. It really looks so ridiculous. Hey, God. What if I put on a different pair of pants? Would it look less ridiculous with a different pair of pants? I feel like the answer has to be no, but... if we wanted... Well, the Kunafa pants are very furry. Or we could give ourselves little short shorts. That's not so bad, actually. Yeah, okay. And then I'm gonna change my bodice really quickly, but in like a fast way. That was easy. All right, let's hunt. Actually, I have 15 minutes. Oh, you know what? I'll eat anyway. Yeah, we might as well. I have a cat layer that's scared. Really? What pieces are you using? I guess we don't really need anything. I'll go with Azuz just because when I switch back for Gog layer. I don't know if we'll do Gog on stream. I got up and I'm kind of hungry. So, but we'll get through this hunt at least. Okay. And now I get to bond with my kitty shield! Yeah, Swift, I get a lot of use out of that particular Blagonga top. I wanted to scroll through and like maybe use something I hadn't used before, but it's old reliable, shall we say. Ah! I just realized Soma also has it's called the it's cat's paw. And then the skill is cat burglar. That's really cute. B-Swift, that sounds so good. I should get like some fried tofu tonight. That sounds like it would be fucking incredible. Okay, some of you might laugh at me. I feel like it's actually easier to see what my character is doing now that I don't have an enormous fucking cape on. Like, we are somewhat naked, but also it's functional. That really is a ton of iframes. Yeah, Joseph, I'm just hungry now. You may not like it. This is what peak performance looks like. Peak performance, am I right? Booed out of the club. I'm never allowed to return. Just seeing the booze. I love when I get booed. It makes me feel like a particularly effective jester. Like, my clowning is in rare form. The audience hated it. Yeah, I actually really like this little kitty SNS. I think this is absolutely adorable. Sorry, for a second I thought I was gonna like come up from the slide as soon as it stabbed. Thankfully that did not happen to us, but... but it did that time! as soon as I get up here, yep, they're gonna leave. Right. The ledges do not work to my advantage. Only the monsters. I actually think after this I should check and make sure that we have enough mega potions crafted, because I feel like I just looked at my stock and it was really low. Also, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Lactose intolerant is crazy work, Vixen. Welcome in. Alright, we might not be able... Well... I might try to mount it. I don't think we'll be successful. Because I feel like our insect glaive user has, like, been up there already. Dude, good juke, actually. Lalabrina, I can't even be mad about that. That was smooth as hell. Well played! Never seen a spider cut such a hard perpendicular turn before. That was sick. Right. The ledges do not work in my favor. And I ran in. Okay. Catboy down. Catboy triage unit requested immediately. Well done. Good kill. Good kill. I don't remember Lalabrina being as squirrely and nimble as they are. Also, hey, Alba. I think if I see a spider, make a hard turn. Yeah, I do not care for spiders. I'm cool with like rodents. I'm cool with snakes. I'm cool with lizards. Spiders and I, we don't get along. The monsters in the game, their design doesn't bother me, but I sometimes I feel like if I were like in my apartment and like a big enough spider was in there, I'd just be like, all right, well, I guess you live here now, because I don't. Ponty, really, how are you liking the weapon? I haven't adjusted to it as readily as I expected to, but it's got a lot of potential. RC, no, literally, like, when I was living in Japan, I was at a hostel because I was traveling, like, for the weekend, and the room that I had overlooked, like, the garden property, and when I went into my room, like, they'd opened the windows because they'd cleaned, and there was a big spider on the wall, and I remember just, like, walking into the room and just, like, staring at it, because it's like, okay, what are my options now? Do I go beg the front desk in Japanese to come kill the spider for me because I can't fucking do it? Do I have to, like, mindfully breathe and, like, hype myself up to get... It was horrible. I think I ended up deploying a shoe against the wall. And then, like, probably had nightmares that night, but... Yeah, guess I'll die! Okay, I'm still doing a lot of bashing. Oh! Oh! That was perfect rush! no idea if I did it correctly. I have no idea how that even happened. Oh, hi, Apollo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Go. There we go. Okay, went right into him. They might share my love for Elvis. Well, now, hey, listen. I'm not sharing the Elvis twinks. Certainly not with the arachnids. I think the spiders will find when it comes to men I can objectify, I'm not that interested in sharing. I'm not a particularly generously minded soul. Good trap. Good trap. How did I do that? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just realized while I'm blocking, I'm like hitting him. I'm like punching him in the snout with my cat mallet. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. That's some good shit right there. See, but now I'm up in the air again. I think I might need to tap the Y more than I am. I think I'm hitting it once. I think it needs another input. Well, that was that. Yeah, I fucked that entirely. Hold on. Oh, I don't know. I think it's the type of thing I'm gonna have to stop thinking about and like actually like watch a video to perfect the timing for it. Mouse, it's been tricky, I feel. I feel like we adjusted to hammer more readily. Potentially, I think we might have even taken to switch axe more readily as well. That took a full 2 days before I felt like I was comfortable. I feel like I'm really only using like half of SNS's moveset though. So it's like, is it a good job? Probably not, but we're doing our best for the first time. Oh yeah, he's out. He's out of here. This will give us a chance to sharpen.
Looks like the monster left something behind.
So is it a wind up? Like, am I supposed to be holding B just like for a really long time? Did not mean to sharpen. I meant to eat. Yeah, I'm hungry. I think this will be my last one. I'll get GOG in with community folks on the Discord. Sorry, it was my full intention that we do another hunt after this, but I can feel my tummy needs something in it, so. Smash. I'm sorry. Who just said no worries? Like, whose voice was really cartoonishly comically high? Yeah, RC, we've been studying. Yeah, it hasn't been easy. I had breakfast this morning, but it was earlier than I usually eat, which I think is probably one of the reasons I'm like so hungry now. Is that to be like, a hunter must hunt and an eater must eat? And it's like, no. No. Nice. Well done, everybody. And hopefully, I'm assuming I'll get at least one cat ticket. If I come out of this with no cat tickets, I'll be very put out. I would also, I feel like I should warn you guys, I would not be surprised if I just ended up in a full cat glam because it's funny and I think I could do a really nice one. I think there's potential here. And I've never tried. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what... Yes. Okay, yeah, I got 2. You couldn't give me 2 last time. It's fine. Well, this will be the last kitty glam that I need.
I won.
Mega, I've been doing so bad at the bowling today. Even when I feel like it's angled correctly, it doesn't go where I want it to. Which is like the true bowling experience, I feel. But also, Neon, thank you so much for subscribing.
Do you have any
Yes.
requests?
Watch this.
Let me.
And now,
Another satisfied.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give him the bonk stick, but I don't think I'm gonna make him naked. Let me see. Yeah. It's Thief. It's just called Thief. Yes! Bonk, bonk, bonk. That's really cute. And I like that it's a paw, too, because it's like, yoink. It's like, I'll be taking, I'll be having. Perfect. Okay. This is where we will pause for right now. I am sorry for ending, like, somewhat abruptly. When my energy is never, like, a slow taper. It's just an abrupt wall, and I think I've hit the wall for today. But I will be excited to hunt with you guys on Discord later. I am Odagog, so I'm going to go get a snack, and then I'm going to come back and Gog for Gog time. And tomorrow, I anticipate that we will be back on with Silk Song for Saturday and Sunday. Definitely, for sure, for real, most truthfully, actually, definitely finishing the Citadel. Yes? Okay. I love you guys. I will see you on Discord and also hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Bye.